Here we are.
I was missing an action. I was like waiting.
We have 8 wonderful people in the chat today. Guys, welcome.
Welcome. So introduce ourselves, Lisa, before some people may be new.
I'm Lisa Wright. I have a midlife lifestyle channel here on YouTube. And I'm also over on TikTok, but I spend most of my time here on YouTube.
Okay, I'm Cindy with Cindy Lifestyle and More. I do skincare and beauty and some vlogging and live stream with my sister, Lisa.
Yep. Cindy's a boomer and I'm Gen X. We're 5 years apart.
Very true. Very true. I'm learning. I'm from the days when we never used to do that. I never used to do that. Like my saying all the time. I used to do like this. I used to do it like this. I used to do it that way, this way. And everyone's like, we know. All the new, everyone that's up to date.
And now, exactly. And now I'm like telling Cindy, you need to get caught up.
Yes. And when you have some friends who already got caught up a little bit, it's kind of like, oh, maybe I need to get a little caught up on a few things. And I'm learning. The days of my life is here. Hello. We were happy to have you. Hope
so
things are going well.
Cindy and I talked about our schedule. I'm off in the middle of the week, and my shifts have been lately at Target starting pretty darn early in the morning. Mm-hmm. And if I do a live on the same day that I work at a 4 a.m. shift, I'm like dead tired. I'm just like fading out. It's not good. So her and I decided maybe let's see what happens if you just go live on the nights you're off. So
right. Well, right now you got Tuesdays and Thursdays. Right now it works, but Christmas is coming, the holidays, and definitely it's sales time. So, but we will plug everybody in and we'll let you know what's going on. I want to say hello to all the Facebook. So Facebook is here as well. I got it going right now. They're saying there's an outage going on Facebook. So, I got a little memo saying there may be something go wrong or something like that.
Now they're starting the holiday schedule, like we said, over at Target. At Target, they already asked me if I want to work overtime. Yes or no.
Getting ready. Mm-hmm.
They get into specifics over there. Do you want to work overtime? Yes or no? What type of overtime? 1 to 4 hours, 4 to 8 hours. I just said 1 to 4, but don't count on me.
You'll start seeing in the back all the Christmas trees. Christmas trees, decorations. They're probably you've already got some stock already.
Probably.
But they're on their way. Definitely. Including makeup and fragrances.
The shifts too. Do you want to work overnight shift? I told them, I'd be willing to work an overnight shift. It's just like sometimes the overnight shifts are sometimes the overnight shifts are like 10 to 6 in the morning.
Yeah, because nobody's there, just you guys.
Yeah. But I told them I cannot work my 3 days that I have allocated. I cannot work beyond that. I cannot work those days unless I
mental and your body and physical.
Yeah. I just want to do it. I did take a shift tomorrow to make up for a shift I gave up the other day. Mm-hmm. So, but if I'm going to take an extra shift at Target, it's only going to be a 4-hour shift. I don't do 8 hours. No way. I don't do the 8 hours.
Yeah. No, I'll pull in 8-10 hours a day because it's all makeup and fragrances, and we do really well during that time.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be willing to give up overtime. Some of the young kids, man, they're like, I'm working a double shift for the holidays. I'm like, bye, I'm out of here.
Yeah, but you know what? They might as well do what they can because January goes down a little bit. So I take
that is true.
I do it when I can do it.
100%.
So, yeah, so I'm excited. It'll bring it'll put a smile on my face. So we discussed on some things today on subjects. What was the topics that you were thinking of?
Hang on, let me go get my notes. Hang on.
We got 5 in the house. We'd love you to hit some likes. We appreciate that. It helps our channel. our channels, helps Lisa and myself.
You talked about this morning, you were going through your inventory about your makeup.
Mm-hmm.
You were kind of like talking about how makeup is you reusing a lot of the same colors, just different brands.
Yeah, okay, so I when I sold hair care products, I had hair coming out of my ear. But now I only very selective now. What I need, what I like, or try some things. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm back into makeup. And what the sad thing about it is that, and even customers say it all the time, God, so many palettes get discontinued, and they're so expensive. Then you hear this story. God, almost every palette is like the same. I've already got colors like that. It's like you hear different things, including myself, and I still have palettes here. I've got palettes that Megan handed to me.
Why don't you show them the stack of palettes?
This is what I actually got rid of some. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I had 2 boxes of these.
That's already a lot.
And that's already a lot. And I started up again. And already some of these have already been discontinued.
Wow.
And, the sad thing about it, the shadows are still good. They're still new. They, you can only use so much makeup a day. If I work 5 days a week.
Yeah.
5 days a week. I don't even go through all the shadows to pan. There are certain colors that go to pan, but not all the colors go to pan. Okay. And that's on anything. Blushes, I've got lipsticks, I've got a lot. But I don't want a ceiling of a lot of makeup. I want to have makeup that go ahead.
No, go ahead, because you just brought up a thought I had or video I watched.
Okay, so I want to have makeup that I'm going to use. Mm-hmm. I want to have makeup that even if it's been phased out, it's fine with me. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I still like it. It's still new, and they work, and they're expensive, and they're an investment. My daughter used to have a ton of palettes that she had so many that some that she got to were dried out.
Got it.
She didn't even get to that moment. It reminds me when she was a little girl. I had her month-old, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. And by the time she even got to the month, she didn't even wear it because she was already out of that stage. Mm-hmm. So I'm really looking into keeping a small selection, still getting some. I got another palette coming in, and I saw another palette, but it's going to be either on sale or something that I really want, and they got the colors that I want, and I'm like, I can use that all year round.
Yeah.
All year round. So yeah, I'm like this one. I have this one, Better Than Chocolate. This is interesting. So this came out like maybe 3 years ago, I think it was. I can't even remember anymore. And then Macy's found more in stock.
Yeah.
But you can't find this anymore. And they're going through, because they didn't sell as much. They used to sell pallets to pallets to pallets to pallets to pallets. And now it's 1, 2. And I mean, I even talked to girls that work in other stores. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. It's a year old. It's not hardly been touched. And it's not the colors. It's just I have other palettes that I'm still working on.
Yeah.
So like I said, when I can work 5 days a week and use my palettes, I'm still not going to go through all of them. The ones that are gone, that fade out, that has the pan, are the lighter colors, because you can use them as highlighters and people can use them by themselves. Are the light colors are the ones that hit a lot of the pan. Mm-hmm. Which I noticed that a lot of people are like, do you have these in singles? No. Do you have this one in singles? And guess what they are? The neutral colors.
Yeah.
The other thing is lipsticks. That's another thing. I'm cutting back a little bit. Skincare, I can go through. That's fine. But my palettes and stuff, I just don't want to. I want to invest in things that I know. I just invest one. It's coming in on the 17th, and I got another one that I'm looking at that I've never tried before, and that I want to try it. They got some cool colors, but that's it. That's all going to be for this year. That's it. So I think there was something else I was going to say, but I forgot. I mean, I got a ton of fragrances too.
I saw a content creator. You and I actually talked about it. You didn't tell me anything about this creator, but one day I was just turned on my YouTube, and this woman came up, and she was sitting on the floor in her office or in a spare room she had at her house. And she was surrounded by bags of makeup. She was doing makeup. That was her niche. So she was doing makeup lines. And she was talking about how she just couldn't do it anymore. And she was showing these bins and bins and bins and bags. And she was opening up drawers, and she had all this stuff. And then cosmetic lines would send her stuff, or she would order stuff. And it was just like, it was all over the office and in cabinets and on shelves. And she's like, what am I going to do with all this stuff?
A lot of them, if they're big content creators, a lot of times they're shipped to them.
Yeah.
So
without asking, they just ship it.
Yeah. I guess a friend of mine, her friend lived in another state, and he was a content creator. He was also a makeup artist, and he doesn't even do it anymore. He doesn't, which I'm shocked, but he doesn't do it anymore. He was getting things sent to him that he was like giving it to his cousin. He was giving it to his niece. I was like, he gave it to some to the girls, like he was just like, That's
I don't do promos anymore.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't do it because I want to give my honest review.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a good question. I've gotten comments from my subscribers saying, God, I don't see this color anymore, or I don't see that palette anymore. I got like 5 of these. What do I do with them? How can I use them? They're still on the ones that they have.
Yeah.
So I try to, there's a few of my subscribers, I went and bought a couple of palettes that they had and then did some eye makeup for them. And they were really happy because I'm the one invested. I've never tried it before, so it gave me a chance to try it. But they didn't want to invest in another palette, and I didn't blame them. I'm like, you know what? They're like, Cindy, why would I invest in another one if I haven't even tried these yet? I mean,
yeah.
And I get that, and I don't mind that. But, remember back in the days, we only bought quads, duos, and quads, which means like, there's 4 colors or 2 colors. That's what people bought way back in the day. So shadows turned over really quickly.
Yeah.
And again, certain colors would be used than other colors. And they would come back and say, I need this color, but you don't sell this color. So they would have to buy the whole, little quad thing.
Yeah.
And that's back in the 80s. People would go like, Jesus, I wish they would just make one color. And they did one time. There used to be a ton of singles, single colors back many years ago, because Mom said that when we were in our little elementary age, she says they used to have singles.
ColourPop makes singles.
They do.
ColourPop just has the little bulb, like thing you just buy.
Yeah. They do. But how many manufacturers do? They do.
I don't see many.
Right.
And then Elf, which is eye, lips, face. That's what Elf represents.
Mm-hmm.
They make the replacements. So you just get the little thing and you put it into your little.
And they're becoming really popular because they're cost effective.
I'd have Elf, what do they call that? Primer?
Uh-huh.
I just use that.
Yeah.
I don't use anything else.
Great line.
I use
You
the
know,
Elf primer, $10. And if you want to get the bigger one, you pay like, I think it's like 20 or 15 or 12, no,
right.
$15. It's like, and it works really good. You don't have to worry about it. And I just get my little speckle brush and I put
Hmm.
the primer on and I'm
Hmm.
done.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Now, if I want to go out, like I went to a wedding the other day, and I put a powdered foundation on
Hmm.
top of the primer, and it worked out well. It stayed, but it was so hot, everybody was sweating.
Right.
So, and it didn't
Right.
last long, but it still worked a little bit.
Well, I've noticed when people come, they buy what they need. And
Yes.
then if they want to try something, I tell them, try it when you need it, unless you're really
Mm-hmm.
faithful to something, like, they're like, I've always wanted to try such and such. But try it when you're out of a certain color, or, certain blush or lipstick, or whatever it is. That's a good time to try it. It's a good time. Go when the Ulta's got their specials, and go see if maybe one of your colors or your makeup lines that you want to try, or go when Sephora's having their big sale, or go in department stores, look it up. And sometimes you can check up the companies themselves. Sometimes they have specials. I know you have to have a certain amount to get the free shipping and everything, but
Yeah.
at least it saves a few dollars and you get a chance to try it. And I always say, try to get it when there's a promotion. It's always nice to get a gift or something to say thank you. And we were talking about that you used to do Ipsy, huh?
Yeah, I told you I was doing Ipsy when Ipsy
I didn't
first
know
came
that.
out.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. It was fun, but it just got to the point where I it was too much. I had too many
Hmm.
things sitting around. And I was using them, but some of that stuff lasts a long time.
Right,
Like
right.
there's this one, it's a retractable eye shadow. It's like
Uh-huh.
a pencil. I still have that thing to this day.
Wow.
It's a nude color and I still use it. There was getting a lot of mascara and I was getting also a lot of eyeliner because they give you a questionnaire
Yeah.
and they ask you what it is that you mostly use. So I was getting a lot of eyeliner. Then I changed it to
Hmm.
other items. They sent a mask. I should go back and do it again. That'll be fun. Like
Yeah.
Ipsy Tuesday and just open up the package because I only send it to you once a month.
Right. See, like I do a lot of gifts with purchase.
Right.
I buy something, I get my gift. I buy something. That's how I got all these mascaras. I have moisturizers and eye creams to last me for a while. You know what I mean? I'm like, Megan goes, Mom, what do you need in skincare? I'm like, well, let me see. And she's like, oh my God, but there's days when I'm out of certain things, like toner goes, eye makeup removers. But I always try to order something in that line while they're having a gift. But I've got lips. I give you sometimes, I send you things for Christmas, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So, but I love my gifts. I really do. I think it's like the best promotion is crisscross. And that's kind of what you're doing on your Ipsy. You're getting something, but you're also getting some products to try.
Right. I hear it is right here. Ipsy offers different beauty subscription tiers. There's the glam bag. It's about $14 a month. And you
Okay.
get 5 sample sized products inside the glam bag. And there's something called a boxy charm. That's about $30 a month. You
Uh-huh.
get 5 full size products. And
Now
then, yes, go ahead.
is the box okay? So before you get started, because is the Ipsy related to the Boxy Charm, or is that a whole different
The boxy
company?
charm says glam bag 42 and containing 5. Okay, so Ipsy offers different beauty subscription tiers.
Oh,
You get
okay.
the glam bag for
Mm-hmm.
14, the boxy charm for $30 a month, and then there's a quarterly icon box that's $65 every 3
3
months.
months.
It includes 8 full-sized products. And they have, let me show you a picture. I'll share it with you right now.
Is it the products are like the same or better, or they get
It's random. You don't even know
okay.
what you're getting. I'm going to share the video with the screen with you right now. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Share screen. Share screen. And yes, guys, I'm always going to say share screen. So can you see it? Right here?
Okay, I'm going to look here
Oh,
on my iPad.
Hold on, I need to go back. Oh, there it is.
Oh, somebody asked a question. Satira, yes, we're sisters. We're 5 years apart. Sorry about that. I was listening to Lisa. I'm the oldest and Lisa's the youngest.
Yeah, I do look older because I don't color my hair anymore. Ipsy, here it is right here. See on the right, it's got a color palette. They could send you a color palette. Let me blow it up a little bit. There you go. Venice Slimson Express. This is a sample of what you get.
Right.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you get a set. You get a different type of glam bag every single month.
That's a nice box.
It's cute, right?
Yeah.
And it does come in the little box.
What's that? That's a leave-in conditioner. High five, guys. High five, G's. That Broja, is that called Bro? I can't really read it, but that is a good conditioner.
Yeah, it's called Briogeo.
That's it, Briogeo. Yeah, Briogeo.
Don't Despair Repair.
Yeah, that's it. That's a conditioner.
And then they also have peptide eye cream.
All right.
And then they're also in this one. This is this person's sample box.
Now is that the one that was $65?
I think this is the regular
one.
Yeah, I think this is an idea of what you get with the little bag. As long as they can get it into the bag, it's good.
Right. And you know what? That's nice they give you a bag. Some people say, God, how many bags? I got like 10 bags over there. I'm going to give it to the Goodwill or something. Because, I get the bags. I keep some bags I keep. But at least that's a pretty bag, that little bag.
Yeah, and you don't know what you're getting. It's different every month. Like, see, there's all these pictures of women who post their Ipsy hauls right here. Here's a good one right here. See, it's cute. Oops, hang on. Sorry.
Yeah, you should do it because you don't really go get gifts with purchase and stuff. That's cute. That's got the little 60 look.
10 effortless eyeshadow looks, and see these are the brands they brand. You might get a Shiseido.
Right. Well, the companies are trying to promote their products. They wanted to get it in your hands and they want you to try it. So you go buy regular ones at the store.
And you know what? That is true. It's a good way. And you know what?
Well, that's what they're doing. Yeah. Which is fine.
To be honest with you, I've never purchased anything full.
Well, you figure this out. What you pay, you probably got more back. Because if you average out individual, like some may be sample sizes, some may be regular sizes. But like, for an example, you know how I have these little perfumes? Remember I got them for you for I'm almost out of that. That's got to go in my empty. Okay, remember these? And I got you, and I got you the women's, and then I got Lance the man. And they were in a big box. That big box was normally $35 for these little ones. And I got it for 15 or 10, but it was only for that weekend during what do you call it? Like after Thanksgiving. People come in for those. Those go like that. I mean, like that. They're just little dinky little things. So all that is what I'm saying is everything are in the bags have value to them.
Right.
And like when people say, okay, like a small one like this.
Okay.
Is it small? Yes. These companies have an idea how long you're going to know. You're going to know right away if it works or not. But a small one, we're talking about maybe a little bit bigger. It's $15.
That's a lipstick?
This is a mascara.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what Ipsy sends you.
Right. But people say, I only got a small one. No, but if you just add a little bit more to that, just a little bit more, they're $15 for a small size.
Yeah.
So you figure 15, this is probably $8. This is probably worth $8 maybe. You don't think about it until you start realizing it.
And they probably have big bins of samples, and then they grab the
Oh, I'm
glam
sure.
bag and they
I'm
hold
sure.
what to
Yeah.
put
The
inside.
manufacturer sends them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got 7 in the house. Hit the leader likes. Thank you for coming. Yeah, you and everyone out there they're great. I think those, and the other thing too, now I don't know how it works, but what a great way you mention that you wanted to get one for Megan for her Christmas present or birthday present. What a great thing to give somebody, when people come in. What do I give somebody? God, they got everything. Maybe they don't have an Ipsy bag. Maybe they don't get those, you don't know.
And every month for 12 months, they'll get a little surprise, and let's figure out how much it is for, if you do like a little tiny Ipsy bag, $15 a month.
Right.
At 12 months, it's $180.
Okay. So you talk to your sister, the aunt, say, do you think my niece would like something like this? Sure. What a great little gift. I'm just saying that a lot of men, a lot of people come in saying, God, she's got everything. I don't know what to give. That's a nice little Christmas gift, just ask mom and dad, do you think it's okay? I can send her some makeup, but she's going to get something every month. I'm sure Megan would have been excited if she was really young.
Yeah, and the bags are cute. The little bags, they're just little makeup bags.
I use them. I'm only at work. I'm only allowed a small bag. That's what I use. Those are my purses. That's what I put. I put my little stuff in there. That's all I take. And when they want to look at my bag when I leave, I open it up, show them my bag.
And you can use them as, like, I was putting
travel.
And then I would like put my microphone in there.
Yeah.
And then I would put my gear, like cords. I'd put cords in there.
Yeah.
It was getting, if you don't use them, if you're not going to use them, this is what I say. If you're not going to use them, you shouldn't get an Ipsy unless you want to get spend $15 on a bag, but it's just a tiny little plastic bag.
Right. It's the products that you're getting. But I know they say about bags, you can only have so many bags, but you know what? I take them to the Salvation Army. If I have a gift, I always put a bag in there with some.
That's a great thought, to use it and then you can give it as a gift. That's a pretty good thought. Yeah.
Done that for you too. You're all, I needed a bag. I needed a bag for traveling. We'll put my cotton balls in there.
I'll show you real quick. I'll show you the bags that I have, not from Ipsy, but what I've used over the years. Let me show you. And I'm going to show you, I have an obsession. Lance just mentioned it to me the other day. I like travel bags.
Oh, travel bags.
I have this thing, and it's like, I don't like suitcases.
Okay.
I like the carry-on travel soft bags, and I will do whatever it takes. So I'm going to go grab them. I have everything all together in one bag.
Okay, well, bring it and show it.
All right.
So I always feel like when people get the little bags, they're always saying, well, what do I do with it? And one day I was working and I said, I need to go get my little bag. And the customer goes, where's your bag? I go, one of these. And it was one of those gift with purchase bags. And she goes, yeah, that's a great idea. I go, yeah, that's what I take to work because I can't take a regular purse. And then I use them for traveling. I put them in my travel bags. And then a lot of times if I have a lot of little knickknacks in my bathroom, like I've got some Q-tips or things that I've got overstock in, I put them in the little bags. I'll put like maybe all my moisturizers in one bag and maybe some eye creams in the second bag, so I put everything together. So when I'm out of a cream, I'll get the other one and replace it. So I try to think, what can I do with the bags? And then whatever I never used any bags, I got them in a drawer here. A lot of times when I give birthday gifts, Christmas gifts, or a gift, I always look to see if I have a bag, and I'll put the bag in there and then put whatever they need. And everybody loves it because they get a little cosmetic bag. And every time I hear that, I needed one of these. Perfect timing. Thank you, Cindy. I really appreciate the bag. And, one time my husband and we had a lot of friends came over for Christmas, and everybody, exchanged gifts. And I gave all the wives and everyone that was a girl that was there. They all got a bag. They all got different bags, but they all loved it. And it's amazing that how many of them needed a travel bag. So I do that a lot. I save them. I don't throw them away. And if I've already done it for the year and I only got a couple, I will go take them sometimes, and donate them. But most of the time they're in a gift. And I always had a thank you. And I've seen them use them when they go travel. I had another friend. She had all kinds of bags for me. She had this was before they had grocery bags. She had different bags and she had the small bags. So everything that I gave her, she always used. She loved them. And I always knew to save it for her because she liked bags. And here's one right here. Here's Lisa with her bags. I guess Lisa's going to throw them so we can see them all.
Okay. Yeah, I'm obsessed. I have a bag for everything. So this is my gear bag. This is where I hold all my cords and everything.
Mm-hmm. So that's smart. So that's useful for you.
It's soft and I can just shove it into things. Okay, everybody's gonna laugh. This is my wine bag.
Is it a wine bag though, or no? Or you turned it into a wine bag?
You put a bottle of wine in here.
But is it a wine bag? Like you bought it as a wine bag?
100%.
That is really cool, and that's really nice. So it has insulation to keep it cool. It's got everything in it. Pretty nice.
So it has insulation for the wine, so it doesn't get hot, but it doesn't get,
right.
cold. It can maintain its temperature.
Exactly. That's nice. I like it. It's neutral color, goes with any bag that you have.
So this is it. I can probably get away with this as a purse too, right?
Wine. Oh, yeah.
It has a leather. But yeah, it's
wine on the go.
It's for the wine. So mind games, if you're here.
What was that?
I have mind games. Remember, he goes, Lisa. He didn't call me a lush, but he was like, because he saw me drinking wine. It's like, this is my wine bag. So
with your what is it you like, Cabernet?
No, Chardonnay. Peyton's here. Hi, Peyton.
Hi, Peyton.
This is a crossbody.
All right.
I don't really use it.
But they don't look good on me, crossbodies.
And I just decided I haven't used it that much. I'm only going to use it for if I need it, but it's here. Okay. When I travel, I got these from IKEA. Literally, I'll fold up my clothes and I'll put it in one of these bags. And then I zip it. And I will hand Lance saying, put this in the suitcase. And it'll have my underwear, my socks, my bra, anything that is, I just tidy it all up and I put it in this bag. In addition to this here, I'll use this too if I need. This is another small that I bought IKEA. I bought this for I think I bought this for $4 or $5. It comes.
But did you hear the price that those are? $4. So you think about those little bags that you get, just the bags alone.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. It's just the bag alone.
So this is for my travel. Literally, this is what I travel with. And then I'll take this out of the back of the suitcase. I know all my clothes are in here, and then I'll put them in the drawer wherever we travel to, and I'll just keep it in the drawer. I'm crazy. Okay, this is my Target to go bag. You sent it to me. It's the Clinique. I
was just telling them that I actually give them in gifts.
The Clinique lipstick that you gave me. Keep it in there. All my name tags.
There you go.
A spare name tag just in case. all of the magnets that go with the name tag. I keep it in
Yes.
here.
That's what I take. I take one of those little small ones to work.
Advil
There you go.
for muscle relaxation, and a knife, just like a little box cutting knife.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Anything else? And I've got some other things in here too.
Well, just like I have when I'm at work, right? That's what I was just saying. I either give them you know how many people I've given gifts of bags that really appreciate it? One time I had a Christmas party, right? And we exchanged gifts. I had enough bags that everybody got a bag. Were they all the same? No. But you know, every single one of them were so happy to get a bag. They're like, I've been needing this. I've been needing this. She's been saying she needs this. And I go, they're great for traveling. So then they would come up to me and say, do you have any extra bags? I need some for, like I was telling the people right now while you were getting your bags. Sometimes I put them in my bathroom in the drawers, extra skincare, extra toner. So when I do run out, I'll just open up the bag and then just see to put it, to keep things more condensed. But every time, the third time, I was talking to a customer and I says, I need to get my bag. I need to go to lunch. And she goes, I've never seen a bag like that. I go, these are from my Estee Lauder gifts. She goes, that's what I need to do is take one. Because some companies won't let you take big bags, like she was saying, you know what I mean? And I said, yeah, this is what I take. So I went to this
Go ahead.
Band-Aids. I went to a Social Security office and this lady was talking to me and this lady was going to lunch, the one behind her. And guess what she had? A small travel like that, like a little cosmetic bag. Probably because it's a Social Security office. I don't know.
This is my bag. I wear this. Now, this is a crossbody, but I put it around my waist. I use it as a fanny pack at work.
Yeah, when you go on amusement parks and hiking and stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Really soft. I only use it for work. I have things that I only use for work.
Yeah.
This is my Lululemon crossbody. Okay. I like the color. It's that rose gold. And so, yeah, it's very sturdy.
I love rose gold.
I actually think this.
Thank you for the hearts.
This I got for like $14 is much more durable and softer to wear than this. Believe it or not. But it's cute. And I have my little angel on there. So.
Oh.
Okay. This I got from IKEA. I don't know why I still have it, but you know what? If I needed it, I just drop my phone in there.
Yeah.
I don't really use it, but I still have it. And it's not all that great, but it's good enough. It's just like a little thing you can wear. Okay. This is another little tiny pocket I can put inside. I can put my phone, slide my phone in there for whatever reason. And I've had it a long time. This is by Herschel. That's a popular brand. This you recently gave me. This is also the Clinique bag. This is very nice. I do have in this. I still have all the stuff the samples. So you gave me a fragrance sample, which is this size.
Yeah, they're travels.
Oh, I got to start using this pencil. I have to start using that.
That's an actual size pencil.
Yeah, it's an actual size.
It's an actual size.
$1.25.
There's your mask. Maybe you and I can do a face mask on YouTube live. There's your eye mask to help control the puffiness.
I showed you that other lipstick I have from Clinique. And then you sent me this as well. This is a sample. These things last forever, especially
that's
for me.
That's an actual size lipstick.
It's an actual size. And they last forever for me because I don't wear a lot of lipstick.
You only use them when you're going out or something.
Here's a mascara. This is what an Ipsy bag is like. They send you the bag, you open it up, and there's 5 sample items. You don't know what you're going to get. So example,
surprise.
You might get an eye cream. Or you'll get a lipstick this size. I mean, mascara this size.
Right.
It's not big. It's small. But you know what? For a month?
That's what I'm saying. 28 days worth of mascara.
you're going to get you might get a small samples of something of this size.
Yeah.
You might not.
But,
you might get
but what I'm saying is,
a little bit.
let's say you try that. You're going to know if you like it or not. You may say, oh, it's too rich. Or you're going to say, you know what? And I'm only going to use it at night. I'm not going to use it during the day. You will know if you try it out.
And and if it's so small, you're going to try it out. So
yeah.
So that's basically the stuff that you might get in an Ipsy bag. And you even get masks. I had a ton of masks. And I think I was giving them to you there for a while as well. The masks, there was a lot of masks.
I love masks. I do my sheet mask once a week. I even said on my YouTube channel that people ask me, don't you do face mask anymore? And I'm like, yeah, I do. I go, I haven't done one. So starting next week, there's another bag.
I'm going to start using this as my lunch bag for work.
Okay.
Why? Because I was always trying to find a lunch bag, and it's big enough to hold sandwiches, chips, fruit, everything. I'm going to put my name on it. And then put it in the refrigerator. Isn't that cute? So I'm just going to put my name on it. That's why Lance was like, will you go through this and figure it out? And I'm going to share something with you as well when I finish all this. This is...
I'm going to let you continue on. I'll be right back.
Okay. This is for travel. I can put my passport in here. Keeps everything safe. It's called a Pack Safe Econo Collection. Turns ocean plastic, well, the best, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, this is for travel. And like I said, you can put your money, your passport, anything that's valuable in here. And then you zip it up and then you wear it as a crossbody. And by the way, I don't use it. And it also has another pouch here. I probably put my phone in here. Okay. I have all this stuff. I'm obsessed with bags. My favorite bag in the whole wide world. Literally, you guys, I travel with this. I got this in Hawaii. It's waterproof. It's really big inside. I actually took this to Orlando, Florida with all my clothes and shoes. And it's the company is Aloha. And it expands. So it first starts off like this. Just a cute little tote bag. But if you keep adding more and more and more, you need more space. It expands into this.
That's kind of neat.
Yep. And it has a pocket on the outside. So I do this like going through TSA because I hate checking in luggage. And then I'll put my stuff here, like my phone, my ID, and my boarding pass will go right here. And I can put it over my shoulder and I just carry it on the plane and I literally put it underneath the seat. And I can rest my feet on it. So this is my favorite. This is the absolute best I have. And I take it with me everywhere. And finally, to end this,
that's a good one.
Diane von Furstenberg. Remember Diane? She is a very famous 1970s designer.
Do you know what's made her the famous designer? Remember the dress that had
the wraparound dress?
The wraparound dress. She conquered that.
She's the queen.
Did she pass away already?
No, she's still alive.
She's still alive. Okay.
So they have the Diane von Furstenberg collection for a very brief time. So I went a little nuts and I bought it.
So cute. Did you get that at Target or at?
I got it at Target. Lance was like, "You want it? Get it." So I bought this one. They had different colors. This is like from her dresses. This pattern.
Beautiful.
And
I love Diane Furstenberg.
It's really nice. And then I never use this. It has a little.
You know what? I wish I had the little eye. I can't. I get panic if I wear anything around because I had somebody that wanted me to do a PR for them. And what it is, it's an eye mask, but it heats up and it's supposed to keep your eye area more. And I couldn't do it. I said, you know what? I know that I will not lay back and do it. I get claustrophobic.
It's dual. So it's this side or you can do it this side.
But it's cute though. It's cute.
And then travel stuff on top.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
You get a big one and you get a little one.
Isn't that cute? She knew what she was doing.
Then this is the Clinique bag you sent me recently. I got another Clinique bag in here. I have so
good.
many.
Yeah.
Lance is like, you got to use these or get rid of them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he didn't say it like that, but like,
I know what you mean.
I noticed you have a lot of bags in there.
So put something in them.
So that's kind of a lot, right? When you
but it's I've seen a lot more. A lot more. I have a cute story.
Okay.
So I'm not going to mention it because I'm going to mention C. So Greg was in a bowling tournament and we invited we had the hotel room and it was up north and Greg was in a team and Megan was probably 2 years. Hold on. The dog. Every time, even when I do videos, I'm like putting on my makeup. I got to get up. Then I'm like, okay, what was I doing? I'll be right back. See, here's some of my bags, Lisa.
If Mind Games was here, he would comment. Yeah, and I'm only joking with Mind Games, by the way. I like to tease him, by the way.
Now, this one I love. It's got roses. That was by Estee. I love, and it's satin.
Oh, that looks neat. That's the satin is really nice.
I know. I'm like, oh my God, it's so pretty. Reminds me of grandma. Okay. I thought I'd bring that I show them. So I do use my bags. So anyways, it was on a weekend and her son was in the bowling tournament. And she goes, I wish I was able to go. So I come home and I talk to Greg and Greg goes, well, the room's we've already booked the room, because they had to book the rooms like ahead of time.
Right.
And, so I says, do you want to go? And she goes, I go, well, we got 2 beds. You're going to share a room. Well, you can come with us, but we'll have to be in the same room. But she goes, hell yeah. She goes, to get out of Dodge. She goes, I'll go. We'll go. So, we were so good friends. We were like sisters, like best friends. And the husbands were best friends. We really got along. Okay. So she comes, we rent a car, we go pick them up, and Greg and I had suitcases. Well, they had bags.
Like, tell me, what do you mean bags?
Bags. She did bags, bags with her suitcase, like the big bag you had. You just showed me the bag.
Travel bags, yeah.
Travel bags, okay. But like the bags now, like you go to the groceries, you put the stuff in it. But back in the day, they were like nice bags.
Oh, okay.
They had the names, of the companies, you know what I mean? Okay. So, and small bags, like Clinique, all kinds. They were like a bag. Greg goes, do you have any suitcases?
Well, was it a road trip or was it an airplane trip?
A road trip. We're going to San Francisco. You know what I mean? So hi, Andy. Mon TV3's here. So, okay. I don't want to forget. So anyways, we're going on a road trip. Greg's got the car. We go pick them up and they're putting the bags in the trunk. Okay. And then of course the clothes, whatever clothes it was. All right. So Greg goes, do you have any more suitcases? She goes, I don't have suitcases. I got bags. And Greg goes, hey, we didn't care. We're like, you know,
Yeah,
a
whatever
couple of
works.
Veda bags. I was just, Greg goes, you must have got this from Cindy, you know, because I used to sell a Veda at the time. So you could tell the ones, because I come home with all these bags, you know, and I always gave them as gifts. So we're going up north. We arrive at a really cool hotel. The hotel was so neat. Now I booked this hotel. Now this is.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry,
Sorry. I hit Sage with the bed.
So I booked this hotel like in February and we go in August. All right. So we book it in February. We go in August and we arrive at the hotel. You know, we get there like maybe, I don't know, 10 o'clock, 9:30 at night. And her son and his wife was already there with their friend. They're there in the room, you know, as they're sharing their room too, to help cost affect the money, you know, I mean, to make it cheaper. So we go visit them and they have the most coolest room and they booked like 2 weeks before we went. I'm like, it looked like there was French doors, bottom level. You open it up and it goes right out to the backyard with the pool, the sauna. I mean, it was so cool. I'm like, wait a minute. I go, when did you book this room? She goes, oh, I just booked it like maybe 2 weeks ago. And I said, I booked it. And Greg goes,
keep going. The dogs are barking. Hold on. Keep going.
Okay.
Just keep going.
I can't because you come back. I got to re-say it. So I booked the room like in February. And I go, it was a really cool room for the same price. I think it was like my price was no higher than theirs and their price was no higher than mine. So anyways, I was kind of upset about it because I was like, God, we got like the second level. We're facing the freeway, the street. So we're not facing any of the area, you know. So I come back and I go to the front desk and I said, that's why I didn't want to talk about it because I got to, okay.
Same mailman every day.
All right. So I booked the room in February. She booked her room like 4 weeks in advance, let's say. Her room was not that expensive than mine. Mine was no more than hers. She had full on, it was the coolest room. I mean, and I was on the second level looking at the freeway, the 490, I think it is, or 460, you know, looking at the parking lot. And I'm like, how did you get this room? And somebody else was there and says, hey, hi, Greg, how you doing? And they're like down the level. And I'm like, when did you get this room? They're like, oh, about a month and a half ago. So I trucked down to the front desk. I said, I have something to talk about. I go, I booked my room in February. I says, how did they get this room? They got this room with the French doors open up right out to the pool, right out to the jacuzzi. There was like a park. It goes out to the front to the restaurant. I mean, it was like the coolest place. She goes, well, it just depends, you know, when you book. And I said, they just booked 4 weeks ago. And she goes, oh, well, I booked in February. And she goes, oh, well, let me see your itinerary. And there it is, like in February. It's August. And I get the second level. And she goes, well, let me see, ma'am. I'm really apologizing. I don't know if we have it. I go, I don't mind. I want a discount or something. Because I don't think that's really fair. So the manager comes up and he says, this is what we can do. He goes, I'll go ahead. If you can stay the night, I can get you a room the next day. I'm like, you got it. I'm good with it. I go, absolutely. He goes, it'll be available for you. It'll be ready for you. So I went and got my room. And I was so excited because I wanted my room with the French doors. Greg goes, well, she got what she wanted. And they even gave me a discount for the thing. Okay. So they had a fruit bowl there. They had a fruit bowl and had some oranges and apples. And Larry's like, are these free? And the guy goes, yeah, it's a fruit bowl. He goes, okay. So he takes a couple of apples and oranges with him, and we go up to the room. So now we're going to start unpacking. So Corky gets a bag and she goes in the bathroom and starts putting a couple of things, and she gets a couple of outfits. We're sharing the closet, and she stands there with her little arms on her hips. She's looking around. She goes, there should be like 2 more bags. And he goes, oh, he goes, no. And Greg says, well, I did mention if there's another. She goes, I got 2 bags. She goes, with my makeup, with my curling iron, with my blow dryer, with our sundries, our toothpaste, our toothbrush, combs and all that. Okay, Greg says, you know what? They're probably still in the trunk. So they go back downstairs and we're unpacking a little bit, but she's done packing because all the sundries, all the things she really needs are in those bags. So she got all her underwear, all the little overnight stuff. All that's done. That came in. So Greg and Larry comes up and he says, Greg goes, Andy goes, I'd be upset too. Yeah, Greg goes, there's no bag. What am I gonna do? I need my makeup. I need this. I need that. She goes, we're gonna be here for 2 days. She goes, what am I going to do? And her husband goes, well, I told Greg that if he got all the bags. And Greg goes, wait. I said, is there any more bags? Greg got all the bags. And Greg goes, I did, but I asked, is there anything else we need? Because I was standing right there, and Greg goes, is there any more bags that we got? Nope, we got them all in the car, he says. C was so upset. So Greg goes, well, let's go downstairs and see what we can do. So Greg goes downstairs. She's fuming. And all of a sudden they come back up, and he goes, well, there's nothing they can do, but I got you a toothbrush, a toothpaste, and a comb. And she goes, what is that going to do? She goes, I have nothing to remove my makeup. I have nothing to put on the makeup. I have nothing to do with this hair. he goes, and I got you a packet of 2 aspirin. He was so proud. He comes up, got you a toothpaste, got you a toothbrush, and like a barber comb. 2 apples and some oranges. He goes, and a pack of aspirins. I was cracking up. I go, don't worry about all that. I go, at least you've got toothpaste and two new toothbrush. You can use my makeup and you can use my blow dryer. And I know it wasn't the same, but because she needed a certain curling iron. As I go, my curling irons always got large barrels. She wanted a tighter one because her hair is shorter. I go, don't worry about it. And Greg was cracking up. So we got that situated. And then we're starting to watch TV. So we go watch TV and something. And all of a sudden, we hear this loud snoring. And I thought it was Greg. You know what I mean? And Greg was still waking. And she goes, oh, that's right. He snores really loud. I mean, it's like, Greg goes, how are we going to sleep? She goes, you'll sleep. This is before they put little Band-Aids on. So he's snoring away. She's reading a book. Now Greg starts snoring. Oh my God, the whole night. One was snoring, one was snoring. The women were like up. We're like, Greg goes, let's go. C goes, keep saying her name. She goes, let's go get a glass of wine. It's like 2 a.m. One's like all night. So finally we wake up the next day. We had a really good weekend. And Greg and them, they go to the bowling alley. Well, one bowler couldn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
And Greg says, guess what? He goes, would you like to bowl at the bowling alley? And he goes, I don't have my bowling balls and I don't have, he goes, Greg goes, don't worry, but you got a good handicap, which has no handicap. That's better for them. The lower the handicap is better the handicap, no cap. Rent a bowling ball, rent some shoes, and let's go. They need a bowler. They rather have a bowler because then they can't be in the game.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he goes, guess what? You don't have to pay for it because you're a guest.
Mm-hmm.
And he got to bowl for 2 days. We had a great dinner in San Francisco. She got her makeup on. We had the hair. We went to Belmont racetrack. I think Belmont racetrack. We went to the Winchester house to go see the where the lady did her flowers, the Winchester. And then we came home. And it's a story I will never forget. So we walk in the house to drop them off. We open the door and guess what we see?
The bags.
The 2 bags was behind the door.
Right.
So when they put the bags there, that one door hit the 2 bags and the 2 bags was behind it. And I go, there's the 2 bags. We had a blast. Those are memories that I love remembering was the bags. And when you mentioned bags, that came in my head because that's how they traveled, was in bags.
Mm-hmm. That's how I travel. You gotta have a bag for everything. And then I have bags in the trunk of my car for shopping.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And Lance never has a bag in his car. And I'm like, why do you not have bags in your car for shopping? It makes it so much easier, to just put your stuff in the bag. Yep.
Same with me. I got bags too.
So yeah, I love him, and I just find a way to use the bag for something. So.
And you can declutter with bags because like I showed you, I put all my extra stuff in there. I love my bags. Travel bags. All right. So we found out about bags.
So I'll probably go back and try Ipsy because I haven't done it in a while.
Yeah. And you can do an Ipsy video.
Yeah. I'm going to be doing lives, a TikTok Tuesday live once a week. Why not? And
you can because you got enough followers there.
Yeah. So I'll do a TikTok live. I'm not exactly sure what to do. I don't know. I might do TikTok shop.
You'll think of something, Lisa.
Make a few bucks.
Always think of something.
Yeah.
Okay. The next thing we're going to talk about is, I got it down here, decluttering. What do you think about decluttering your computer?
Oh, you mean decluttering stuff that's in my computer? Downloading?
Right.
I don't.
iCloud, they say your storage is too much. You're all storaged out, your photos.
Oh, I just start deleting shit. I don't bother. I just delete.
Like your emails.
I'll delete emails, texts. I delete photos in videos.
Like photos you really don't need, right? They're not personal. They're more, yeah.
Yeah. And that's what takes up most of the space on your computer anyway, is videos and photos.
And photos. And on text. Your phones too?
Yeah. Takes a
lot.
What
about, do you do it once a week, once a month?
I do it when it tells me to do it. I used to do it once a month. But now that I clean it out, I don't really have to worry that much. So,
right.
Yeah. And how about you?
I started to do the same thing when it would say my storage was full. Or so I've learned also too, like you don't delete them, you put them on hold, like so you don't delete it. It's like on hold, your apps.
Okay, yeah.
And then you put it back on. Because a lot of times, sometimes I can't put things on YouTube because I've got too much memory. My memory's like,
oh yeah. That's that. Like last week, I was trying to send you an image,
right?
And I could send it.
So talking about phones, my daughter's looking at phones right now, and they run from $799 all the way to $1,000, I think, or $699 to $1,000. The iPhone 17. So she likes the real thin one. I guess it's really thin.
Uh-huh.
And I guess the camera is really good for content creators and things like that.
The 16's good too.
Right. But she wants to bump it up. So her and I maybe we were going to get the 16. And then everything happened. So she wants a phone. So we're going to be looking into that in the next month.
If the 17 is already released and that's the most updated version.
Well, it's not released for another 2 weeks, I think.
Just order it.
Yeah. So we're looking into that. So she'll have a new phone. I probably have a new phone too. I have 2 phones. And it's exciting.
Yeah,
okay.
just order the most updated version of it.
So I'm going to start with that. Then I'm going to go into the laptop. I got a lot of paperwork to do this week. Okay. Talking about decluttering, what'd you think about my CDs and my tapes?
Oh yeah, the image. Let me show the image that you sent. Okay. I'll share that with everybody. I think I downloaded it. Let me make sure.
That's why I started decluttering, thinking about my makeup. I'm trying to do one room at a time, doing one thing at a time.
You're trying to do one thing at a time?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm going to be honest with you. Megan started cracking up because I go, well, I'm not going to buy like another. She goes, Mom, you just bought an eyeshadow palette. I go, I know. I go, but I like the colors. Okay, she says. And she goes, what are you looking at? I go, I saw this other eyeshadow palette. I think I'll like that.
Okay, here we go. I just downloaded and it's already done. Great.
She was kind of cute. She goes, if you really liked it, Mom, it must be pretty. I'm like, we'll see.
Share screen. My neighbors are making noises. We had a situation last week. Here we go. 2 neighbors were fighting.
What is going on here? I thought it was going.
Here it is. Share.
Yeah, it should be going there.
Here you go. Right here. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got this one and got this one here. These are all CDs right here. This one.
Those are videos, I think.
Okay, videos. Got it.
No, you're right. Those
DVDs.
CDs, these are videos. You're right. And videos. Okay. These are from the 90s. Megan was only a year, not even a year old.
Yeah. That's a lot.
That's a lot.
And like you said, even the shelf is bowing down.
It's bowing. And we don't even watch them anymore. So I'm really thinking of probably, that's not all. Greg and I had a 3rd shelf. And we had a garage sale. A whole 3rd shelf is gone. That's
crazy.
We had so much videos that we were going to get a 4th one. So so we got rid of all the kids ones because Megan didn't need them anymore. And so we got rid of all those, and that was a whole shelf full of videos. And then we had those left. And guess what? We saved them for us that we never watched.
Right.
My phone's saying it's low on battery. Hold on. That's why I'm getting a phone. It's not holding up a charge anymore.
Those older ones, they don't hold up a charge like they used to.
Right.
And if you get the newer phone, your battery's going to last longer. You're going to have less. You only go to charge it once a day. Like I plug mine in only at night. Well, while you're taking that break, we'll have a minor little break then. Stand by. I'm just going to do a quick break then.
Okay.
I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Take my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Okay, we're back. I'm back. Let's do a little bit of ASMR. I have a Diet Coke right here. And I got I want to see how good my, let's see who we have. We have 3 people in the house. So let's see how good the microphone works, okay? So this is the Diet Coke. Stand by. I'm just curious. Ooh. That's really good sound. Okay, let's do it this now. Well, I hope you enjoyed that.
Oh, what happened? Everything went sideways. I'm like, oops.
I wanted to test the performance on the microphone. God, Sage is driving me nuts today, Cynthia. Hold on. Come on in. And lie down, please. Lie down, honey. Ay, ay. You're looking at me, staring at me.
Who is the dog?
Hey, in and out, in and out, in and out. Just lie down, Sage. So you had an extra shelf and you guys had a
Hold on. Let me get back in here. I'm sorry if my phone's going sideways because all the weight's going like this. Okay, I'm not on anymore. Have I not been streaming on my thing?
It shows that you're on. If you look at the right-hand corner, it shows that
It
you
says
are
stream
on
this to
YouTube.
your audience, but I thought I was. I guess I am. Okay, I guess I'm back on.
You're live. Let me show
Okay.
you. Let me show you real quick. I'll show you what I see, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I hope this works.
Disconnect me.
See up here in this corner, on the right-hand corner, it has me, your Facebook, and it has right there on the right.
Okay, I'm waiting for it to come here so I can open it up. Hold on. Okay, I got you on.
Okay, so up on the right-hand corner, there we go.
Up
It
there.
has me, it has your Facebook page, and it has you. And
Oh, okay.
it has a blue check mark.
Yes.
That means you're streaming. Your link is
Okay.
good. Okay.
Okay. Good.
All right. So let me go ahead and stop sharing. Remove. Here. Stop sharing. There we go. Okay. And now Sage wants to go outside.
What is going on today? Usually it's my dogs. Go.
Ay.
That's okay. Usually my dogs. You have to put up with my dog, so it's my turn. Oh, and by the way, I totally forgot. So that trip that we took.
Yeah.
One of the wives had her tooth came out. What do you call a fake tooth? Her crown came out.
Okay.
So she put super glue, pops it back in. And she put it on backwards. So she was all. This is what that night was. We go down there.
I can't. That's just insane. You just don't do that.
So she put super glue.
And she put it on back. That's gonna
We
be a
still
mess.
talk about it today. I mean, when we would run into people there. We would talk about that trip. And I said, "Do you remember?" Her name had a C start too. They both passed away. You know, the two C's. He goes. So Jay goes, "Do you remember when she popped her crown back in?" And Greg goes, "Yeah." And it put it backwards, like so.
No,
when she would go like this, one was higher than the like if I took my crown and went the other way, one would be higher than the other, because it's not. So she did that, and she put
super glue, not just like another kind of glue. Oh no,
that happened because we were talking about how the bags, the super glue, and then we go to San Francisco, right? Because they all wanted to go over the Golden Gate Bridge. Well, we couldn't get off that bridge. So we're all following each other, right? So we go on we got there. This is before directions was on the phone. This is when you needed a direction that you bought. I don't even think they had directions. We're talking about 1992. No, 95, Megan was born. 97, 98. They didn't have directions. So we're driving and we get on the Golden Gate Bridge. We go across and everyone's like, "Yay, we're going across." There's two cars following each other, right? Well, then you come down, you got to go around, you got to go back up to go across the other side to go back to the hotel. We went across that bridge 10 times.
What is it?
So we go back on the bridge. So Greg goes, "We'll make a U-turn," because Greg's driving, right? I'm in the front with Greg. C and L's in the back. Their son and his wife's driving the other car with her thing backwards with Jay, with the friend Jay. We go back on the bridge and go to the other side. We couldn't figure out to get out of, because we felt like the stupid idiots in London, you know, the guys that kept going around circles. Finally, Jay opens up the window down. "I am not going back on this bridge, Cindy. You either know how to get off this bridge." I'm like, "Well, if you know how to go off the bridge, you tell me." I go, "I don't know how to get off this bridge." Finally, we got off that freaking bridge. All the excitement to go over it, get out of the car was done.
He was over it.
He was over it. He was like ready to go like that to me. I'm like, "Will you tell me how to get off this bridge?"
Lance just brought me a glass of wine while you were talking.
Yeah, I know. I can see. Oh, that was like the best trip. It was just like so funny, you know. Good memories. Good memories.
It's a
Okay.
Chardonnay.
Good old. We were just talking about Chardonnay.
I think he got me a Gurgachil. It's either a Sonoma Cutrer or a Gurgachil. Holy
Sounds
smoke!
like gurgle.
This might be Gurgachil's, which is the Napa Chardonnay. This is like $50-$60 a bottle.
Must be nice. But I like my wine, but I don't need $100 bottle wine.
Well, yeah, but it's an every now and then type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let me do
That's fine. I'd rather have something. Okay, here we go. So when you declutter, I was always reading up on it, decluttering. Do one thing at a time, because when I look at things, you know me, I see things like beyond things. You know what I mean? It's like, that's why I get anxiety. Like, oh my God, I got to do this, I got to do that. And Greg used to say that all the time. Cindy, just take it small, but not like that. So I've been trying to do like one drawer at a time. Like the other day, I went to one drawer in my kitchen and took out a bunch of utensils that I'm not using anymore and threw that away. Then I went into the garage. And, you know, so I'm getting some of the things that Greg wasn't using anymore. So he had buckets and buckets and buckets. So I've been doing one bucket at a time, and I actually made a little room.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm taking it this way, like right now, like a little screen, instead of this way.
Yeah.
So that's what I was talking about. I'm doing a little bit here. I'm doing a little bit in my I have an armoire. I've got rid of some paperwork and got rid of a few things, and I didn't even realize that how much stuff I have. So just little things. Am I still have some things? Yes. I'm not ready to let some things go, but a lot of it is going down like this. So
nice.
Doing a little at a time.
Well, you know Sarasota Tim from YouTube?
No.
Sarasota Tim is a vlogger, and he shares his life on YouTube. And he lives in a trailer, you know.
Okay.
And he's a really nice guy. And I've been following him for quite a while. He does this practice called "Do I Use You?" decluttering practice.
Okay.
So he goes up to a corner and he says in that corner, anything that's there, he goes, "Do I use you?" And if he doesn't use it, he says he either does two things. He finds a purpose for it right away and uses it right away, or he tosses it.
Well, I knew Okay, do you remember when we worked at the racetrack?
Mm-hmm.
And remember, were you there when I broke up with my boyfriend? He was a horse trainer.
Uh-huh.
And then I met a gentleman. He was assistant horse trainer for is it Johnny
Nobody's-
Logan? I don't
Nobody's
remember.
gonna know.
I know. I don't remember the names anymore. But it's been so many years. I'm like, they're all gonna go, who? You know,
Yeah, no one cares.
that's when Willie Shoemaker was alive. So, anyways,
And guess what? Still no one cares.
nobody knows. But anyways, he was a declutterer. His house was a perfectionist, and he lived in Pasadena. And he always said, if you don't need it, get rid of it.
Mhm.
So he was taught that because the trainer that he worked for, that's how he lived. Like back in the old days, because they used to live in tiny homes.
Like I
And
live in.
This is a true story. This is a true story. Oh, like where you're living in. Okay. So when the main horse trainer, who was also a jockey when he was young, and I guess he became a horse trainer later, his parents didn't have a lot of money, I guess. I mean, this is what I was told. And he always said, even with his job, with everybody, are we using that? The groomers were like, no, then get rid of it. I don't need, all the shanks and hot walker thing. He's like, what is this? It's all rusted. Why are we holding it? And of course they're saying, well, in case something breaks, he goes, I'll buy another one.
You can get on one.
And then what he says, and has anything broken for it to be rusted? And it made sense.
Yeah.
So he comes. So anyways, he came over to pick me up to take me on my date. And mom had something. I don't know what mom did. Mom and dad's talking to him because, dad liked racing and all that. And mom said something. She goes, she was doing something in the drawer. Oh, mom had a drawer that had a bunch of junk. And every year mom would go through this drawer, talking to her friend, throw this out. This drawer was the junk drawer. You know what I mean? And he said, you don't need a junk drawer. If you don't use it, throw it out. And dad goes, I've been telling her that we don't need that drawer. I mean, it was like every little thing that was in there. And he said that what made him become that way was the person that he worked with, because their homes were small when he was back in the 1900s, and mom couldn't afford, and they needed every room they needed to survive in the house.
Mm-hmm.
And if it wasn't needed, it had to go, because that's the way his mom was raised, because she was raised in the 1800s, because his mom was raised in one house that had the kitchen, the living room, the bedroom, and the closet. And I said, really? He goes, yes. He was in one room, and that room was everything. And they learned that every corner was used to live.
So remember, we talked today about the situation.
Decluttering?
No, the situation that happened 5 years ago. I don't call it any. I only refer it to the situation.
Okay,
everyone. My attitude. Don't say it, because I
wasn't going to say it. I just said situation.
I never believed in it.
Okay, go ahead.
You go.
I don't know what situation you're talking about, so
situation.
Yeah. When I was young. When you were young, so I know what I'm thinking.
It happened 5 years ago, where the country kind of like shut down.
Oh. So anyways, I was working at Target, but I wasn't working for Target. Okay. We're going to
talk about the raid on the store. So let's talk about it.
Yeah. But we're not going to say it because we want, and it doesn't matter. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter anymore.
So anyways, I was working at Target at the time, and we all know 5 years ago, 2020, bing, oh, there you go.
Exactly.
And everybody, I'm there, putting cards up, because I was a merchandiser, and did not listen to the news. I'm working, and I see people like for 2 hours running in the store. I'm like, what is going on? We're talking about, I'm in the store. I'm not listening to the news.
It must have been in the beginning.
It had to be.
Yeah.
And I'm in the store with toilet paper around me, paper towels. Everything. We're talking about within hours. And I think I was working there I got there at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I always left about 2 or 3. I put in my 6 hours because Greg needed the car so he can go to work because he worked nights. Greg didn't call me that something was going on. I had my cell phone, but I didn't watch the news or anything. And I'm seeing people walking around with 2 carts full of everything you can think of.
Water, toilet paper, paper towels, and let's see what else. Oh, masks and gloves.
Right. So the people that are working there are just filling them up. They're not even getting things for themselves.
They're not like you
No
can
one's
only
thinking
take
about it.
2.
They're just saying we
You
got
can
to get
only
them out. We
take
got to get them out.
one.
Not one person came up to me. Not one person said, "Hey, Cindy, you better get some extra toilet paper." Nobody. So I go in the back. I leave about 3 o'clock. They're sold out. And the people are in the back stock room saying, "Did you think of something?" And they're like, "Hey, Cindy, did you get paper towels and toilet paper?" I go, "No, why?" They're like, "Can we believe we didn't even think for ourselves?"
They're just
And I'm like,
scanning
"What's
and
going
running
on?"
everything up.
Yeah, they're just, the manager didn't have it. Nobody. I mean, seriously, they're all sitting
Cleaning
back going,
supplies, the Clorox wipes.
nothing. And their family's calling them. And they're like, "We don't have anything ourselves." I'm like, "Well, what are you guys talking about?" I had no freaking idea. And they're like, "You didn't get anything either." All the merchandise are like, "No, nobody was even thinking. We were just doing our stuff." And I'm like, "What happened to all the stuff?" I was like, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. They were sold out in the back rooms. So then I go, of course, I find out. So Greg is supposed to go to work, and Greg goes, "Everyone called in late so we can go to the store, So we go to the grocery store. We just went to go buy a couple of things, but they were already sold out on the essentials. I'm going to call them essentials. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And Greg goes, "Well, we're okay. We got enough." You know what I mean? And Megan goes, "You mean you guys didn't go to the store? You didn't?" She's working,
She's
right?
starting to panic though.
Right. I'm like, "I didn't know." She goes, "Mom, you were working there." Yeah. I go, "Yeah, but nobody called me. I didn't know what was going." Of course, she panicked when someone told her now. You know what I mean? She didn't panic from the beginning. Lady spent $1,000
That's crazy.
on groceries, and she had 2 carts.
And it wasn't enough. I'll bet it wasn't enough.
Oh my God. And lines of people. And we're talking about 2 carts full, not 1 hot dog, 6 hot dogs.
That's ridiculous.
6 of this.
Where are you going to put all that?
And these people are just ringing. And guess what happens to them? They forgot too about themselves. And one of Greg's friends was working there. And she goes, "Hey, Greg." They used to work at SPRC. When Greg passed away, she came up and hugged me and everything because Greg and her were good friends. They worked one time together. And she goes, "Are you here too, Greg, to get your stuff?" She goes, "We're sold out." He goes, "And you forgot." She goes, "We all forgot ourselves. We're like worried about everybody else." She goes, "Well, we got to go home too."
Yeah.
And of course, their husbands and wives are like, "What were you thinking?" You know what I mean? I mean, of course, everyone like,
you couldn't afford
survived.
it as an employee. You could not hold that stuff back.
Right. We were
You can't do
working,
that. You
it
can't
was
do
just
that.
funny. So then these people that had all this stuff, like you, had merchandise that were expired.
Well, my stuff did expire eventually. But I had, I'm a little bit of a conspiracy theorist. Okay. I'm pretty deep. And I've been deep for a while. But I've never really been down that hole. How are you, Paul? The both of you were really great, Mumbai. Great to see you. So when the situation happened, I live in a heavily populated Asian community. We have people. We have little Cambodia town.
Yeah.
We have a lot of Chinese,
Koreatown.
Polynesians. We have Koreatown.
Yeah, I remember those days. Yeah.
So imagine not being connected to the hive, which I prefer to call it, and standing in the middle of a Target mid-February going, what the hell's going on? Right? And you see people already mid-February, because everything a month later, everything shut down here in California, in LA. You have to understand, I live in LA County. Have I got stories for you?
I know.
I got
I do
stories.
too. You don't realize that.
We're talking about, I lived under the like Gestapo. But anyway, I digress. And I'm standing there and I see especially Asian families, pallets of water, dragging the pallets of water through the Costco, looking like the eyes they're panicked because they're listening and they're talking to their families in China. Right. And who knows what's being said? I don't know, but I'm not I'm not connected yet. And I see people, every cart had a 30-pack of toilet paper in the cart, if not that, two. And
to one family.
And we always buy Costco toilet paper anyway.
Right. I mean, you guys were okay, but it was just not.
So I get on the phone and I'm like, hey, Lance, something's going on. Something's up. Everybody's got water. They got toilet paper in their carts. And
you're like, what's happening? Yeah.
Yeah, I see, because in our community, Asian families live multiple per house.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we're not talking about just having a pallet of water or 2 packs of water, the 40 packs. You have to have there was probably 5 packs per family member. So you're looking at 5 packs per family member, 10 family members to a house, 50 packs of water. That's a pallet. So that's just how we live here in Southern California. And when you live in this type of neighborhood. And so I'm like, oh my God. And everybody had a pallet of toilet paper. Anyway, so I'm like, Lance goes, well, we got plenty of toilet paper. I would just hold off. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. And quite frankly, I didn't. But it's when that freaking scare happened and the news posted people fighting over toilet paper. Okay. I live in LA. I saw the panic in front of my eyes. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. People, stop it. People were ready to go at it over just some of the most orange chicken.
It was kind of like defend for yourself. Sorry, close the door.
But the stores never closed. It just became a little bit more of an inconvenience to get in and shop.
Right.
But people were afraid. They all thought that the stores were going to close.
Right.
But I wish the Target, I wish Trader Joe's and the Vons and all, I wish they had told the public the stores are not going to close. People thought this, and it was wrong. It was not a right thing to do because they created such a scare that people were hurting themselves over freaking paper goods.
I saw it while I was working, and I was like, what's going on? And I could see the panic, and I'm just like, I called up Greg and I said, but see, he was sleeping because remember he worked nights, so he didn't work all night. I think he worked 2 a.m. But while it started, he's out. He was out like a light. You know what I mean? But so then About 2 weeks later, I got a little panicky because we're getting low on toilet paper. So Megan orders the wipes.
Toilet paper online. Yeah. I'll do as a
Yeah,
wipe.
but there
Okay.
weren't toilet paper. There were wipes. So it means you don't throw them in the toilet. I'm like, I don't want those in my
You're just like mom, because I was like, if we run out of toilet paper and worst
Right.
comes to worst, you're gonna have to go Indonesian style. Because
Right, so
I've been in
Megan
Indonesia.
says-
You're gonna have to use a towel and just
Well,
bucket and the whole thing. Mom's like, hey,
Megan goes, we went to Mexico because we went on a 7-day cruise. And Megan's never seen anybody wait for you when you go to the bathroom. They hand you toilet paper and tell you to put it in the bucket.
Yes.
You don't flush it. And Megan's like, ooh. And now it's like, it's okay. Yeah, but seriously, we are
that's the way life
we
is.
went
Some
to
places.
Mazatlan, we went to Puerto Vallarta, and they speak English, and they say toilet paper, and they hand it to you, and they tell you don't throw it in the toilet, and you can see Megan goes, oh, that's disgusting, but now it's okay. You know what I mean? Megan goes, well, that's in another country. I go, yeah, well, now we're gonna.
But those countries thrive. I've traveled
It
to
didn't bother them.
Indonesia. I traveled to Asia. I've traveled in where there's no doors to
Right,
the toilet.
right,
You squat.
right.
There's a bucket of water.
Yes.
And a spoon or a scoop.
Yes.
And you wash yourself off. And you know what? God bless them, because I'm 100% for it. You take a shower. You're cleaning yourself.
But that's how it was. Hi, Diane from Chit Chat Down Under. So I told Megan, I go, oh, so now it's okay. And Greg goes, it's fine, Cindy. I'm like, okay. I was just like, oh, okay.
We
Anyway.
all had diapers as kids. Our parents had diapers. My mom did cloth diapers, so she would have to wash them out. And I was like,
but now
just
we're going
revert back to
time.
when
This
we
is
were
what
little
I'm saying.
babies.
We're going back in time. So I'm at the 99 cents only store, right? And I remember it was saying one per family, you're only allowed like so
They
many.
had to limit the
Right,
number,
because
yeah.
there was never none. All right. So I'm shopping, and I happen to fall right into the toilet paper.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I grab one.
Yeah.
Because I could tell everybody just like, poof. Just like. So I'm walking down the aisle, and I grab and put it in. So what people started doing, the husband would take one, and the wife would take one, and the kid would take one, and
one per family member.
In a line,
Family.
right? So I told Greg, I says, well, everyone else is doing. So Greg takes one. I told him to go online, and I take one. Megan goes, I am not standing in line. I go, no, Megan, it was funny. I'm not doing that. I go, but she's opening her mouth, and I'm like, I said, what do you say? So anyways, this man was in the aisle. This really happened. And he goes, there's toilet paper? And I said, yeah. So Megan went to the back and ran back there and got a toilet paper.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't make it back there in time. They were already
Okay.
gone. Okay. But I didn't notice that she did that.
Mm-hmm.
So the man comes back. I go, did you get one? And Greg, he goes, no. He goes, there's no more. And it was a little Hispanic man, And Greg and I, we were going to give him one of ours because I felt really bad. I was like,
Right. I felt bad for the
those
senior citizens.
Well, he really wasn't a senior citizen. It's just everybody did what they did. One got one got one.
I'm telling you 100%. I saw that shit for myself. Right. It drove me nuts.
I felt bad. And I felt guilty. I was like, here we are. But Greg goes, no, everybody else is, don't get upset. And Megan goes, Mom, she goes, look underneath your cart.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, and she went and got one for him.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes, here, she goes, this is for you. And he was I had never forgotten that gratefulness.
Yeah. That she was out of her way. And I remember you also telling me where you were in the Target and those senior citizens were standing there and they were like looking at the shelves like nothing's left. And
Okay,
people
so that's
just
another story.
they were because people were hoarding. You didn't have to do that.
I know. So these people were there. So that Megan did that. That really
was so
that really-
sweet.
That was and he was so grateful. I mean, Greg and I never forgot that. It was like in our heads forever.
That's when the best of humanity shows. And we're talking about there was a yin and a yang at that period of time.
We were going to give them ours. We didn't have
regardless,
right. That was not going to happen. We were not going to let them go out. That was not happening.
There was that yin and yang that happened in that period where people were generous and offering, and then some people were like, F you, it's all for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? And you saw that happen, and then you saw victims. And that's what killed me was the fear.
Mm-hmm.
And people, you either feed off the fear and take advantage of that person, or you make sure that person's going to be safe.
Right.
And I think
he waited for us outside. You wanted to give us something. We didn't want it. I'm like,
no, it's just
like,
toilet.
no. But it just like really, really okay. So,
and there's a lot of people around you who saw that scene and they won't forget it either because they saw a piece of humanity happen at that moment that made an impact on them. You know what I mean? That they don't have that story. That story has probably been shared a number of times by others. And it's also taught us a valuable lesson that if it ever does happen again, that panic, all of that stuff, we got to teach the young ones, you don't run into that scarcity mode.
And Megan was nice enough to do it, right?
Yeah.
So Greg and I were shopping at Target. And Chit Chat Down Under.
Chit Chat has some great, she says it was disgusting. Yes.
So she's right. So we're at Target.
Do you mind if I share one more thing, if you don't mind me just sharing?
No, I don't mind. I just wrote.
Because I know this. Chit Chat Down Under is in Australia. And Australia is an island. And Australia depends a lot on imports, ocean freight and air freight that comes in, because I used to buy and supply to Australia.
Right.
Exactly. And so I could completely understand what happened there. And Chit Chat Down Under, tell me if I'm wrong, but the scarcity, and especially in New Zealand as well, the scarcity and the anxiety of being on an island and with a situation being trapped, there's a little bit more of anxiety level. And like she said, she says that there were fist fights in the shops, and it was disgusting. But her situation, New Zealand and Australia's situation, and even Hawaii, when you're on an island,
right? You're only
a little bit different.
Right?
Is a lot different. Yeah, 100. We were lucky. There was always plenty. See, and then at the end of the day, they still had plenty. So thank you for sharing that.
So Greg and I were shopping, and we saw these two people, and they were just devastated. I mean, I've never seen people be devastated, So I said, so I was already off work, Great. I put some things in a basket. While I was doing my stuff, I see something popping in. This is alcohol.
Yes. Okay. Let's talk about that.
So I clean my house every 2 weeks. I do the thorough cleaning. I get the, I used to do, hold on. This
is what life is like when you have dogs. They're very
it-
needy.
I think it's the neighbors.
Oh, okay. I was going to talk
I
about
heard
the
like
dogs.
somebody whining. So then you couldn't find sanitizer,
Right.
sanitizer and alcohol. So I always had alcohol in the house. You know, I mean, I told Greg, no, I don't need alcohol. I got enough alcohol. So anyways, but you couldn't find a thing. So I'm dumb enough to say, God, that's a lot of house cleaning. Well, what is it? Their house are not clean? You think it would?
I wanted to cover that today too. I wanted to cover that because it's like,
This, so we're going down. We didn't hardly buy any house cleaning. I'm not. I had enough for 6 months. You know what I'm saying? So Greg goes, well, how dirty are?
there's a memory I have of that moment in time where President Trump goes, clean your surfaces. We're all going to tell you right now, y'all need to clean your surfaces and get, and it's like, no shit. There's a lot of fucking freaking
So Megan goes,
freaking clean your damn
Yeah.
surfaces, you know?
so Megan goes, Mom's not going to have a problem about the cleaning part. so I'm
You and I have that same phobia. I don't know
Right.
about you, but man, at the end of the night, I'm like at the corner of, I'm at the edge going, is it clean? Is it clean? I'm looking at is it clean? I don't know where I got that damn thing from, but it's like,
I know. Well, so Greg's like, well, that's
It's
not going to
bad.
happen here. So right, so I'm like watching people, you know, buying all, and I'm like, well, haven't you been cleaning
did you ever
already?
clean your surfaces? Your toilet handle,
Yeah,
your countertop, your sink.
should have been.
I mean, I'm just like, all you have to do is every night or whenever, and you get up in the morning, you're getting ready to go for the day. You get a Clorox wipe, you pull the darn thing out, and then you just lightly clean, get in the sink, you take the Clorox wipe, and you go
Right,
boop, and you're done.
right. Because see, I do spring cleaning. I do my refrigerator. Sometimes I do it more often because of Megan has, you know, like gets little things. But like Greg says, that was the easy part.
That's-
Was like I didn't need anything. So these two people came in and they needed some stuff, you know. So I did needed some alcohol at the time, but I just bought like a little bottle of alcohol and I use it for my phone, you know, to clean the cameras and stuff, you know.
Disinfectant wipes.
Yeah. And she was kind of upset. I said, I'll tell you what, take mine. I go, I'm good. I go, I'm fine. You can have my alcohol. You know what
just
I mean?
bought it because it was there.
Yeah. And this other person, where did you find the sanitizer? Where did you find it? And I was like, it's right there. You know what I mean? But if one person went and grabbed it, whoo, it was like, I would actually grab things and not like, because I saw that. I went and grabbed something and I turned around. We're talking about the moment that I left to grab something, the moment I got back to the cart, the moment I was like, they were gone.
All right, let's share about canned foods. Okay. I want to share with you, and now this is not the situation, but can I
didn't
just
have
share?
that trouble because I don't do canned food. I mean,
Okay.
Because I don't do a lot of cooking. I do a lot of frozen foods and stuff because Megan doesn't do leftovers.
So I don't know if you guys know, I have a local food pantry walking distance. It's about I walk down the street. And the reason why I participate in the food pantry is because they need the census.
Mm-hmm.
So they take my name and they take my zip code and they write down how many members in my family I have.
Mm-hmm.
And I do that because in order for the food pantry to survive, they need to have the census. They need to have that the people are showing up. So I go. And I had already stocked up on all kinds of canned foods for the situation.
Mhm.
On top of that, the census was still continuing even during the situation. So I'm off. I'm not going to work. So I might as well go to the food pantry.
Right.
So I would
right.
go to the food pantry on the weekends and we would line up and we always had food available. So I just stocked up. Well, I had so much. I finally said I had enough. I can't do anymore.
Right.
And it was about 2 years ago where I finally I went up and I started going through all of the food pantry in the drawers in the cupboards. And I was like, this is expired. Boom. This is expired. Boom. I'm not going to eat French cut beans. I'm not going to eat corn, all that stuff. And nobody in our family did,
Right.
you know. And
But you
during
bought it because you thought you had to buy all this stuff so you have canned food.
Yes. And guess what? The food pantry is still going on. And I no longer attend because the census is already good. They've already got everything that they need. And I see people there I know, locally. But, and actually, I have a couple who lives in our neighborhood. They're both retired. He's retired Navy. And she's also retired. So they both collect their Social Security. Their little tiny house that they probably paid about $10,000 for is paid off.
Right.
And they're just the two of them living in this little tiny house like Lance and I would have been living had not Mom come to live with us. And they're in their 70s.
Mhm.
Well, he's been on his retired Navy income for a long time. You know what they do? They go to the pantry, they get their food. The husband goes in with the little, those little carts that you roll around, shopping carts. They go in the pantry Wednesdays and Saturdays and they get the food. And they have a lot of seafood because I live in a heavily Asian community. So there's always seafood. So they get a lot of seafood and his wife is Japanese. They bring a lot of the food home. She cooks. They go to the pachanga every week. She makes a lunch. They get into the car. They go to the pachanga with their retirement. He gets, obviously, if he's full-time retired Navy, he gets his Navy pension.
Yeah,
He gets
I'm sure.
everything. They go to the freaking pachanga and they live a life like nobody else could live. I mean, they're happy. They've been together
Right.
forever. The
Right.
cutest elderly couple
Aw.
ever.
Well,
And
I had
that's where they
somebody
spend their
came
time.
in. And asked, remember when our grandmas and women used to go to the grocery store as a little cart and they would put all their stuff in there and take it home?
The basket, the shopping cart basket. That's what he goes into the
Right.
pantry with.
Well, where do you find that? And I've had people ask me for those. I'm like, so of course all the young ones are like, what are they talking about? I go, it's a basket and you put our moms, our grandmas walk to the store and that's what they used to do.
With the little 2 wheels.
Yes, to do.
Yep. And then they would they still do it to this day.
So one day, Edith from All in the Family comes in with the 2. I go, there it is, Megan. There's a 2-wheel cart.
Mm-hmm. And they still do it to this day. And a lot of I live in little Cambodia town. And the women in the neighborhood, we all know each other.
Yeah.
And we all talk. We go into the line and we talk to each other. Oh my God, where you been? Haven't seen you. And we just chat. Yeah, all the time. We is everything's great, And and then when you come out of the food pantry, the ladies are all standing there. What'd you get? And then you share I don't want this. Okay, I'll take it. You want this? Okay. And then
So
we
they
start
trade.
trading.
Right. They're trading. I can use the flour. Do you need the flour? Yeah, 'cause I don't do a lot of cooking, but I'll take this. Yeah.
And I tell them, I'm only going in for bread, desserts, and treats because that's what Lance eats. He wants, we get beautiful breads and we'll get treats or maybe some yogurt or something, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I rarely ever go in to get meat products. It's like, 'cause we don't
Right.
need it,
Right.
you know. But
Well, like me, I take vitamins. You've seen me. I take biotin. Do you know that there was no vitamins on the shelf?
that's crazy.
But now,
It's
what vitamins do you want?
okay. Here's another thing I want to share with everybody. Mom takes a lot of medication. She has her heart
Yeah.
medication. And mom was living with me at the time. I want you guys to know I keep on purpose a 3-4 month supply in advance.
Right.
I'm talking about when that one bottle I have, I'm
Mhm.
talking about I have 3, 4, 5, 6 months in advance
Well, yeah.
supply
Right.
because I cannot deal with we're having a scarcity, a
Right.
shortage in supply. I don't want to hear that anymore.
Well, like I
From
do.
now on, I
take,
just keep it.
I take zinc and vitamin C and D3. So I take it all the time. Can you imagine how I was? My zinc, everything was gone. I was like, because,
Mhm.
and guess what? This is the point. Now there's tons. So that means nobody was taking vitamins. They just took them because I was like,
And
I need my vitamins.
because of that situation, I still keep
Right.
advanced
I do
supply
too.
for mom.
I do too.
And the doctors even contacted me, mom's doctors, and said, there was a moment where somebody told me to stop ordering. And now I'll tell you why they told me to stop ordering. Somebody told me to stop ordering because,
Have a great evening, Andy.
good night, Andy, because the doctor pulled mom off a certain medication, but they didn't pull the prescription off.
Right.
So I saw the prescription on there and I had ordered for a couple of months.
Right.
But then I stopped. And then they contacted me and said, hey, you're not ordering this prescription. And I said, well, it's because the doctor pulled her off, but they had not stopped the prescription on the list. So I want you to know that's the reason why I haven't been ordering it.
Right.
So then this is a whole like 360. So the lady told me, she says, well, how many months supply do you have? And I said, I have X, Y, and Z. I had 5 months supply. She says, please stop ordering. Don't order anymore. If the doctor pulled her off the prescription, don't order anymore because we need to save it for other people. Okay. I'm perfectly fine with that. So then here's the thing. The doctor put her back on the prescription. And I wasn't ordering it because I had a 5 month supply. So they called me and said, hey, you're not ordering the supply for your mom. And I said, yeah, I know, because I had a 5 month supply. And they said, okay, we want to make sure that you're back on track. So they told me not to order anymore until the supply is diminished. But the prescription was still there. And I said, F them, I'm going to continue to order it. So I went back to ordering it because I don't want to hear we're having a shortage. Oh, that's sort of right. So the nurse says, well, we don't want you to order anymore because we're having a shortage of supply. So we want to make sure that the shortage in supply, that you're not affecting it. So when mom went back on the medication, I was like, even though I had the 5 months, I'm like, oh, I'm ordering it. Boom. Because I'm not going to go through that crap anymore. That we're having a shortage of supply. We're talking about a crucial medication, you know? And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm going to order it.
Okay. I'll be right back. Keep talking. Because I got something else to tell you.
Oh, I'm going to put everybody on a quick pause because number one, I'm going to go get mom's backup supply of medications. And number two, I have to pee. So forgive me. I apologize. Let me just put a little bit of music right here.
I wanna taste your content, hold your breath and feel the tension. Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I wanna just tripping on daydreams. Got dirty little lullabies playing on repeat. Might as well just ride around the nursery and count sheep. I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through eyes covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Lisa stepped out. Okay.
Take my eyes open to force reality.
Yes. I'm gonna talk over this music.
Just let me
Shut
eat
it off.
my weight in glee. I live inside my own world of
Yes, they were still
make-believe.
live. We're just chit-chatting away.
Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than I.
So anyways, before I left, I just had to remember this one. So I'm talking to my doctor and I said, well, if you can't feel it or you're going to be out of town, I'll just go online and then I'll watch a doctor go on. Oh, no. You remember how you used to watch doctors and they come on the TV set, like online, and you can talk to them and they'll give you a prescription?
Yes.
That takes away the people that have doctors from their business. And I was like, I didn't think about that, And I said, oh, well, what's wrong? And he goes, no. I'm, just stay. If I'm not here, I'll make sure I get. He didn't want me to go to online. He didn't want me to get used to being in my house and chit chat with somebody.
Crazy.
Because it hurts them too, just like everything else online. I was like, oh, a bag. There's a bag.
I bought this backpack at IKEA
Emergency bag.
for $3. This is the cheap backpack. And inside, I have, okay, first of all, this is the backup bag.
A backup
It's
bag.
it's a lot of medication, but it's backup because in case anything were to ever happen,
At least you have it.
I have a supply.
Right.
This is mom's medications that I fill for the month.
Wow.
So I just have okay, so for any of you who know my mom, I don't know what's up with mom. I don't know. But mom, my mother lacks, I love her, but she lacks discipline. Number one, she doesn't fill her medications. Number two, she doesn't take them on a regular basis as she's prescribed to. And she says things to the doctors that drive me crazy. Like,
but she's been like that. You're not going to change her.
My
She's
whole
been
life.
doing that for years. And we've talked about that before. It's never going to change.
We're not ragging about mom. Mom just doesn't know any different.
Yeah, she just not going to happen.
Yeah. And so I have to schedule her doctor appointments. I have to fill her medicine. I have to make sure she takes them. And I have to keep an eye on everything. I have to reorder everything. Okay. Because otherwise she won't do it. All right. So this is, I make a 2-week supply. This is empty right now. She has a full one with her. But like tonight, I'll fill this. So when she's done, I just give this to her when she's finished.
So
Otherwise,
she knows
she's
exactly.
not going to take it.
Yeah.
And she's not going to refill them. And in this little box is everything that she takes for the week. Okay.
Yeah.
And however, it's always like a couple of months supply. Okay. When something runs out, I go
Your
into,
system.
I have a system. I mean, maybe, you
Yeah.
know, and if ever now, because I live in LA and we have had very bad leadership in LA, if anything were to happen and we needed to get out quickly, this is the bag I'm taking with me.
Got the bag, boom, go.
Grab that damn thing, put it in the car, and go. It's mom's meds. Okay.
Right.
And I have there's no like, I'm sorry, mom, we ran out of your heart medication.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No,
I'm
you
gonna
have
make
to
sure
have that. Yes.
she has something. And it's gonna be, oh, no, you don't have your supplements. She
Right.
has her vitamin B complex, her D. She has months and months and months of supply.
Right.
Because when it comes up for renewal, I order it.
Right.
And because they told me, no, stop ordering it because we need to make sure that everybody's going to be served. And then one day it came up where I ordered a medication because it was, you know, needed. And they're like, that little warning sign came up. Sorry, we're in short supply. We're not going to be able to fill it.
So thank God you got it, right?
And I swear I'm always going to have a supply available regardless. So I don't have to,
Right.
This is my bag. This is my mother's bug out bag.
Right.
Mom, we got to go. Grab this thing and just go.
And the dogs and everything else included.
It's the mom. Mom's got to
2
go.
dogs.
I have 2 dogs. I have the bug out binder that I've
A
done
cat.
several videos
Gotta get the
about.
cat.
I don't know what to say about the cat. She's gonna come with us or not. She can follow. I don't know what to say.
I'm
Cats are
sure
hard to
Lance will
wrangle.
put her in a box if he had to.
But Sage and Autumn are good to go. I just put them on a leash and they're just gonna go. And I'm like, we're out.
Leave the insects behind.
And we had that tsunami warning not too long ago, and everybody's
Yeah.
like, what's gonna happen? I was like, we're fine.
Right. Gotta go.
Because we live in a tsunami.
Yeah, I know. But
a
that's
tsunami
it's gonna
thing.
have to take a big to really do something here in the center. Because we've had the Central Coast too, in Pismo Beach and all that, and nothing never happened. A little wave. Boop.
And then Lord knows tonight something will happen. We'll be like,
Let's not talk about it. Okay. Now we're into this is Lisa's favorite thing.
what?
You want to talk about backdrops. And
Oh,
you wanted to talk
yeah.
about hardware because you want to motivate others into YouTube with the honesty of everything, because this is your game. This is Lisa's moment. So anybody who's starting a YouTube channel, who has a YouTube channel, this is Lisa's thing. She's really wants to motivate others, not tell people, but to share.
I
There's a
know
difference.
there's a lot of people who talk, but they don't show.
Right.
There's a lot of people who talk about their midlife and how they're, you know, I got fired from my job and I'm entertaining you. We're going to talk about midlife struggles, but they don't show you. Okay. So about 4 years ago, I got it during the situation, I got into this realization that I needed to get on social media and I needed to do something different. I just didn't know where to start. I signed up for a freaking ass course and that got me started. Does the course work out for me? Yes and no. I pulled what I could out of it. I made the best out of it. And now I belong to a weekly coaching group, and every week we talk about our journeys, and everybody in there is pretty much midlife. We're all in their late 40s, 50s, 60s. Some of them are even in their 70s.
Okay.
Like Okay, so let's just get into it.
Okay. So before I forget, now that you mentioned midlife, okay. Do
Yes.
you feel that when people are there in the midlife want a change in their life in their work environment? And do you feel like
Yes.
it's more okay? And my second question to you, do you feel like it's more in content creator because they're watching YouTube channel and they're like, I can do this?
Yes.
Okay, so go ahead.
I feel that people our age start, and I knew this when I turned 50. I was
Mhm.
with Lance when I turned 50 years old. I remember on my 50th birthday sitting there at the Sky Room, my 50th birthday, and I told him things are going to change for me. I'm going through a situation now where I know that my life, I'm going to be looking at things differently. And it
Mhm.
took me 5
I'm
years.
gonna sit back. You're
Okay,
talking.
no problem.
I need
It
to
took
get
me
relaxed here. Okay.
from 2000, when I turned 50, it was, what does it matter? Who cares?
Well, no, you
65.
turned 50,
And
and that's
I
when
turned
you
50.
realized
The
that you wanted to
situation
change.
happened in 55. And
Okay.
situation happened when I turned 55. And I knew then I had to do something. So I dug in deep. And I knew that everything was going digital. Everything.
Mhm.
I saw successful businesses taking their businesses digital, but also as a brick and mortar. But because they had a digital presence, they were able to expand on their business. So I knew that was going to happen personally in life. And I told Cynthia, you
did.
you got to go digital. You got to go on YouTube. You got to do your stuff. So Cindy did it before I did. She just kicked me in the pants and said, you got to get going.
I just didn't know what I was doing because I didn't want, like I said, I always watched it, to fix a refrigerator, but I had no idea. And I've said that before, that everybody was doing it because they've done it before or they were getting involved in it. But go ahead.
And I overthought it. So that's why I never did anything until I realized just pull down all the shit and just get online. So anyway, I started with affiliate marketing and I was trying to sell a high ticket product, and it was cost at $2,500 because I bought the product at $25. I tried to sell the product for $2,500 and I didn't like it. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't believe in the product. I was getting too scammy, but at least it got me started. You know what I mean? At least it got me in front of the camera learning. And then about 6 months later, I started getting serious about content creation on TikTok. And then about a year and a half later, I got on my big boy pants on, my big girl pants, and went on YouTube. And my life has changed forever.
Can I ask you a question why you
What?
went on TikTok first?
Because the training that I took was about TikTok.
Okay, so they were getting into the future of TikTok then, because TikTok was starting.
They took me by the hand and said, this is how you create content. And they showed me how to create content, and it was about TikTok, and it was very basic. Turn the camera on. Do this, do that. Then after you've done this, then you hit post. And that's what I learned. And they now do it every single day. Okay.
And it was a minute less. So that was easy. A minute less. You're like, I can do. Yeah.
Cindy, I started with 15-second videos.
Right.
15 seconds. And then I went to 30 seconds. And then I went to a minute. And then within 3 or 4 months, I started using my voice.
Do you have a video of yourself at 15 seconds you want to share?
Yeah.
Don't be embarrassed, because
I'm not embarrassed.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to have to go way freaking back. Way back on my TikTok channel. I wish TikTok had a way of doing this where you could show your oldest, but they don't. TikTok is not like YouTube.
Yeah.
But just so that you know, this is my TikTok channel. And as I scroll up, these are all the videos I've been doing on TikTok. we're talking, look at it.
Yeah,
It
but do you have
just
a video?
goes,
Right.
I'm
but do you have a
trying
video?
to get there.
Oh,
I have
I'm
to go all the
sorry.
way up to the
I
beginning.
can only see small right there. Okay.
I mean, we're talking about 3 or 4 years already, but look at it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the crap I posted. Here's one. Text on screen. That's what I learned. And I did it.
Wow.
That's a 10-second video. Let me see how long that is. This is a 7-second video.
Let me look at here because I can't see it.
That's a 7-second video. That got me started.
Pretty good.
That was in 2022. So that's just shortly, that was like December, January, whatever, 2022. That's shortly after I just started. So every day I would show up. Okay. So
Okay.
anyway, so now I am on YouTube, and YouTube taught me about lighting. Okay. So you guys want to have a backlight. You see the backlight here? You want to have kind of like a halo light right here. So
Can you walk up? So
I'm doing it
you
right
talk
now.
about walk up to what you're talking about so we can see.
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So let me just get up here. Okay. So you want to I have one light bulb. You see the background? You see how it looks without it? But now you add the light to it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It adds depth, and it adds like a halo look to it. Okay. You also want to have on a corner another light. And that way you soften up the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then also I have here, I have one of these. I can have a silver one or a gold one.
A soft box, I think they're called.
There, I have a soft box. I can
Mhm.
show the setup on the soft box on a later day. But you want to have a reflector light here.
Oh, that's okay.
The soft box you're going to have over to the right, and it creates that shadow. Now, I don't have that shadow because I have very limited space here. So I cut the soft box out.
So you got a mini studio.
This is this whole office is a studio. It was intended to be that.
Okay. And that's the point, though. You intended to have this. This was a garage turned into a mini studio.
Yes.
And you wired it for a mini studio.
All the walls,
put panels for mini studios. Explain all that. Right.
All
you
the
didn't
walls
get that
are
house like that. Right.
No, I did this. Lance and I did this all by hand. We tore down, it was a 1925 garage. So it had the plaster walls.
Mm-hmm.
We tore it all down by hand with a hammer, cranked it all out. And we built it back up again. We put in insulation for sound.
Exactly. So there's
plus,
a difference.
Of course, insulation.
Right.
But the insulation was a dual. It was for sound, but it was also just for heat and for temperatures.
Mm-hmm.
And this wall it's a very, very thin paneled distressed wood, specifically bought to create this simply as a backdrop.
Okay.
And I put this up myself.
But some people are not going to do that. Okay. So what is your suggestion if someone's not going to do that? They're not going to turn a garage into a studio.
My suggestion is to start as small as you can. Okay. If you're starting, don't do anything. Don't buy and don't invest in anything. If you're starting, use your environment that you have right now and start creating content, because two things are going to happen. Number one is you're going to go, I hate this shit. I don't want to do it. So you didn't lose any money. use your phone. Number
Mhm.
2, you're going to absolutely fall in love with it and enjoy it and want to do it every single day, and continue to do it every day until like for 1 year. And you will realize if you're going to be in it forever. And when you do, that's when you start. Number 2 is investing in equipment, one piece at a time. And then you're going to focus on whatever space you were using or plan on using. That's when you start implementing the environment. You start changing the environment, and you only start becoming it. That's what's going to push you to go further. You have to become it. Like you did your corner right there. You transformed that. You
Mhm.
just didn't start you didn't start that way. You started transforming that place one piece at a time. I'm
Mhm.
going to get a ring light. I'm going to get a microphone. I'm going to then get a tripod. I'm then going to go on the road and we're going to create vlogging videos. It
Mhm.
happens gradually,
Right.
but you got to start simple, simple, simple.
Simple steps, right?
Oh, all of this lighting is I seeked out to learn it from
Right.
somebody. So, and I'm not going to, I'm not going to push a course. I'm not going to do, everybody loves to push a course. The course is worthless if you're not going to use it. So don't buy a course. Get the free shit first and then implement it. Ask yourself if you like it, and then invest in little things afterward.
Okay.
Save your money. Don't go crazy. I invested first, and lucky enough, I enjoyed it. But there's a
Mhm.
lot of people who invested and spent a lot of money realizing that, crap, I hate this shit. You know what I mean? I don't want to do it. It doesn't work for me. I don't like it. And they get burned.
Right.
So
Somebody
there
was
you have
telling
it.
me a story. Now,
Okay.
I don't know this person. I have no idea. But I guess their family wanted to start doing YouTube, and they bought the best camera.
Mm.
Okay. You go out, look at a best camera, they're thousands of dollars.
Yes.
Okay. Bought the, what do you call the thing that goes, a drone or whatever that goes above? You can
Yes,
do
the
the view,
drones.
the drone. A ring light, but not just an inexpensive ring light, like the ring light that, like, I guess it cost a lot of money.
The ring light. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I have no idea. Let's see. A softbox, 2 softbox, the silver light that, okay. Oh, and then if they travel, they pull out so it glares out the sun. This is
The
the honest truth.
reflectors. The reflectors.
Reflectors, right? Because they do that in photo shoots. My dog. Okay. Let's see. Let me think. I mean, think. Oh,
Microphones.
the microphone, the mic, the microphone, the head. Oh, sound system. Like if
Crazy.
do you know they did a YouTube, what, less than 6 months. I was like, oh my God.
Thousands and thousands of dollars.
The laptop. Had the laptop, a good laptop, not a, and at that time the phone was the best phone. So probably was my phone at that time or before.
Let me share something. I didn't have a laptop. I edited all my videos on TikTok with my phone. Lance and I didn't invest in a laptop until we're talking about a year and a half later, when he knew your
Mhm.
channel's growing, you're
Right.
going to be doing this, you enjoy this, and we're going to invest in a laptop for you. And that
Right.
laptop was $4,000. And it has served me so well. Like
but you knew this is what you wanted to do. There's
it was
difference.
it
Right.
was done. Exactly. And I mean, I had a little phone and I would like sit there and go like edit on my phone, Cynthia. I did
But
everything.
I'm talking about before, but I'm saying they never did it. I mean, they did it, but didn't. And Greg's like, so when Greg heard that, Greg's like, you are not spending all this money because
Amen. Exactly.
I mean, he and I said, well, I wasn't thinking about it, but he's like, because he goes, I mean, he was afraid of it now because now he was afraid because he heard all this, but I didn't do all that. I was like, no, I'm not doing all that. No, we need to, because my mind was the house and things that we need.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I had no idea that actually happens. That I'm like, oh my God. And people told me that, don't do this, don't do that. The other people.
Yeah.
And some of these people had channels.
Wow.
And they don't have channels anymore.
Lance and I invested $30,000 in this room of money, of borrowed money, but we put out about another 10 grand out of our own pocket for this room. And it has paid off. I don't even know if I can share with you. And you've been here, you visited the room.
Well, this is what you wanted to do. You wanted to do podcast. You wanted to do live streams. You wanted this is your dream. This is what you want to do. There's a difference. Okay.
Yes.
You got, okay. So my question to you, who inspired you to do the podcast and the live streams?
Everybody that I fell in love with, Adam, Katie, and Spencer. And
well,
I'm about ready.
Vlogging.
I'm about ready to cry because those are the people who inspired me to get online and create it. And it's not about the money. It's about the life. It's about the experience. It's about sharing your life. I know there's a recent trend. Everybody talks about how much money you make on this stuff. And it's never, ever, ever about that. It's about having a living document of your life. And okay, if you really want to get into it, I lost a lot of my friends when the election happened in 2016. I lost everybody. Everybody started turning on one another and no longer, like, it just got weird. Okay. And I got lonely. And I joined like an idiot an MLM because I wanted to have friends. I wanted to be in a community and I wanted to, and we talked about, there's a video of you and I talking about it.
I think it's in my video.
I signed up for an
I'll
MLM because I was lonely. All my friends were gone.
Right.
I got abandoned. They all jumped ship. They all didn't want to be around me anymore.
Okay.
And so I signed up for an MLM.
There's 2 links that you and I did in the past in a Zoom. So I will put it on and then you can share it too if you want, but it's on there. Yeah.
And I told the MLM people, I want to start on social media. And they said, oh yeah, no problem. It's great. You're going to learn everything.
Well, you were looking, you were fishing, you're trying to find yourself. You're trying to, right.
That was the first thing I did. And I thought I was going to go on social media and I was going to teach me. They led me a line of bullshit. And they said, oh yeah, social media and digital marketing. Bleh. And guess what happened? Every time I tried something, no, you can't do that. Every time I went on YouTube, no, you can't do that.
So then it wasn't sharing.
No, it was all about, you need to go out and recruit, but you had to do it the old antiquated 1970. And then we all split up. They kicked me out of the group. I got kicked out.
Okay.
I got kicked out of the MLM because I was not complying to their standards. I got kicked out. okay, maybe that was a blessing in disguise, because then I continued to pursue.
Right.
And I got caught up also with a guy. And I still admire him to this day because he taught me a lot.
Mhm.
I found Anik Singhal, and I still to this day admired how he got me learning about SEO, optimization, email marketing, and all. And it just triggered something inside of me. But the course he sold to me, and it was all about Facebook and email marketing. The course he sold was not quite up to par, but I liked the guy. He was great, and I never spent any money. I want you to know this. I didn't spend a dime. It was a challenge, a 27-day challenge, oddly enough. So then after I did that, I found another course, and this guy had it was David Sharp, and he had all of his up-to-date videos set up with all the systems. And I liked it. I thought it was good.
Mhm.
And then I met the people, and they were all really nice, and they all had a Facebook group. Oh, everything's great. And I invested $2,500 of money that I honestly, I kind of had, but I didn't have, but I invested it. Lance was all supportive. He was like, you know what, if this is something you want to do. And I said, this is it. This is it. I'm not going to spend another dime. I said, I am going to do this 100%. I'm all in or I'm all out. So I went all in. And all those videos, panels you saw on TikTok was my all in. I said, this is the all or nothing. And ever since then, I've been all in. Now, do I still promote David Sharp stuff? No. But I still know David Sharp, and every now and then I'll post something on his page, and guess what? David Sharp sends me a response saying, thank you so much.
Well, he did his job.
It was inspiring.
You got what you got. Yeah, you got.
And I've never talked bad about the guy, ever.
Well, you got what you wanted out of that.
Yes.
That's
and I will never talk bad. I will never talk bad about the guy. The system worked for me, but in a different way.
Yeah.
And I always say, yeah, go on there just to inspire people, saying you may not get instant results right away, but I've been in this, I've been doing this thing for 4 or 5 years. It's been the biggest thing for me ever.
I'm listening. My contacts are dry.
I know.
Yeah.
And I cannot tell you how much passion I have for being on YouTube, being on TikTok, and just posting. I cannot tell you. I feel literally like I'm doing more service than actors who make millions and millions of dollars out there. I feel like I'm contributing more than anybody else. And this is something I've always shared with my sister. You know, you would be great, Cindy, sharing your style, fashion, and showing women over 50, over 60, how to live and thrive in middle age. And I remember sharing that with you.
I've had,
and now you're doing it.
And one of Megan's friends, who's a teacher, mentioned it to me years ago, and women that were customers.
If that's your passion,
like, what?
Yeah, you're always like,
get it.
What?
It didn't click. It didn't click.
And now Cindy did it before me, and that was my kick in my pants. Going, well, and it's not an attitude of, well, Cindy can do it, I could do it. No, the attitude was, my sister's doing it, so she's finally doing it, and it kind of opened the door for me saying, because I always followed you. Like, if Cindy did something, I did it later. If she did this, I did it later. If she wore this, I did it later. Yeah, and I was a hand-me-down. I was a hand-me-down sister. If Cindy had clothes she's not wearing anymore, we're going to give it to Lisa. So
that's
I'm the hand-me-down. That's how life was. That's how our life was.
There's something really nice here. The days of my life says, I wish I could hang out with you both. You're both very interesting.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I wanted you to make sure. I have a question because
Yes.
she's not at 50 yet. Are you able still, can she come as a guest as live?
100%.
Okay, so I want to ask for you. So if you want to come as a guest, go ahead. Hold on.
And on
Keep
a future
talking.
date, because we want to schedule people to come on the show. We
Right.
had Peyton and we had Mind Games on the show.
Yes.
And we would love to have another inspirational figure.
Yes.
But we want to do it once a month.
Right. Well, I'm
Right.
the one that brought this up because she says she
Yes.
would love to. So keep talking while I look at her, see if she's got an email. Go ahead.
So the whole social media thing, and then now the great thing about it is Cynthia's daughter and Megan's been talking about it and wanting to do it for a while. And now guess what? She's finally doing it. And
Yes.
my other niece, she's only 7, but she's already like, let me just share with you.
I'm listening.
Her attitude at 7 years old, Auntie is a YouTuber now. Uncle, my husband Lance, is a YouTuber now. And once she sees also Cindy and Megan, her cousin, is a YouTuber, when she gets about 13 or 14 years old, she knows she can do it too.
Okay. So how old is she again?
She's going to be 8 in April.
Okay. So that just tells you that where this is going to. She's in the era now.
We're celebrities. She has YouTuber aunties, and her cousin is now on social media. Like, that's how she stays in touch with us. She watches our videos.
So she's watching you right now?
Oh, yeah, big time. She's like, YouTuber auntie. And her uncle, my husband, is also a YouTuber. We're on TikTok too. By the way, if you're going to be on YouTube, put your stuff on TikTok, because YouTube and TikTok are like the two most, and X. I don't do X. I got off of it, but they're like the two most celebrated platforms in the US.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to send you the days of my life. I'm going to send you my Cindy Lifestyle and More email on a comment. And then Lisa, do you have a email with your midlife?
I'm going to have to like privately send that to you. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
But
I'll send her
it's Lisa at My Life Gone Digital, but I'm going to send it to Cindy.
You don't have it? Okay.
I don't want too many. If you want to do the coordinating, you can do that.
I'm just trying to do it because you work, and then I'm trying to put it together so we all three know what's going on. So I'm going to do that for you. Okay, go ahead. So we can invite her.
Yeah.
She can make a time and date, and she can be a guest on our show.
And I have a little bit of a wrench I'm going to throw into this, and it's going to be common. Lance is on at 7:00. So we're going to have to end this soon.
Okay. Is he on 7:00 every night?
No, he's on 7:00 tonight. He is going to do a live.
Okay.
And I want to be able to share.
Oh, got it. Okay. So since he's going to come on at 7 on his own channel, we'll make this to 6:50.
Yeah.
So he can set up. Okay. So everybody, Lisa's husband's going to come on live. Okay. On his.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we use the same studio. So
no, that's fine.
Isn't that great? I mean, we use the same room, the same
Mhm.
studio, and everything works out great. I'm telling you, man, our life's changed, and I don't make a lot of money, but I still am very happy. Like, example,
I think that's real exciting. Go ahead.
I make $100 a month I make barely $100 a month with Amazon influencer, but guess what? It pays a bill.
Mm-hmm.
I barely make $100 a month on TikTok Shop, but guess what? It pays a bill.
Do they pay you, or they give you products reimbursement?
No, you have to, it goes to your PayPal.
Okay.
Now, Amazon sends you a check,
Mhm.
but I'm just saying that you start chipping away. I barely make $100 on YouTube, but guess
But
what?
that's
It
fine.
pays
Are
a
you
bill.
happy? Are you
You know
happy?
what I mean? Exactly. It's
My
300 bucks.
question to you, are you happy?
I love
Then
doing
that's
it.
all that matters. See,
It's
that's
a
the
set
point.
it and forget it type thing.
Right.
Like
Right.
I take the dogs out for a walk with the dual dog leash. Lance is starting to come in now. He said he can.
Okay,
I
tell
take
him
the
in
dogs out. I
5
take the
minutes.
dogs out with a dual dog leash. I then promote it while I'm out with the dogs on TikTok shop. I tell everybody, go to my TikTok shop, buy the dual dog leash. And then for the month, I probably make like 30, 40, 50 bucks.
Okay.
Plus a couple of other things. It's not a big deal. And then I take that material, I repurpose it,
Okay.
I put it on Amazon Influencer,
Back into your
and we
business.
go into it. I didn't know this was possible.
Mhm.
So I just want to put that out on the universe.
Well, we'll talk
so
about that another day.
People can absorb the same information.
Right. Okay. So let me go here.
Cindy must have wrapped. Lance just walked into the room.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to do everything. I'm not a kind of person that just says goodbye. That's not how. I'm not like that.
We're going to end the stream soon. So we're going to do our closeout.
Okay. So right now we had 10 views on Facebook. I want to say thank you to everyone for being here, joining us. If you're here now, it doesn't matter. I appreciate all the 10 views and appreciate you being here on Facebook.
Thank you for being here tonight.
Yes, that means a lot to us. It really does. Okay. Let me go here. I want to say thank you. Okay, so I'm going to go down this list here because these are the ones that came in. I don't care if it was a minute or two. I'm going to say something because we've been doing things a little different. Okay, the days of my life. I want to say thank you for coming in. I'm sending you a comment, but with my to give you my Cindy Lifestyle email. Okay, I want to say thank you to Satara W, the 5Gs, Peyton Smiles,
Chit Chat.
Samuels. Sorry, Peyton. Peyton Smith. All right, let's start again. I want to say thank you to the 5Gs, Peyton Samuels, Andy Mon TV 3. Okay, Dave, Chit Chat Down and Under. Okay, and that's it. All right. I appreciate you all for being here. I appreciate the ones who have been watching that came by and say hello to us.
And all of you in the peripherals, we want to thank you as well. You
Yes.
don't have to comment, but just
Yes.
being there.
Being
Thank you.
here is wonderful. We appreciate the likes and we appreciate the support and we appreciate the friendship, all of you. I want to let you know that in my videos, I see everybody as my friends. I don't see people as just subscribers. I love that you love to subscribe to my channel. It makes a world to me, but I also see you as my friend. I don't see you as just that. You're more because we're all humans. We all love each other and we're all supporting each other. Lisa, do you have anything to say?
And if you are a part of you're a subscriber, I want to thank you. And if you watch, I appreciate you. And if you don't have the time to watch, that's okay too. But if you come in later, try to watch everything all the way through. And I will do the same for you. So.
And if you're a content creator, please leave a comment that if you would like to be on our channel, we are having people to be guests and come in the show and talk about your content and about who you are. We would love to have you. Again, right now, I'm sending one of my subscribers who also is a content creator. I'm going to send her my information. If you do not have an email address, please let us know how to leave a comment and we can contact you. It's Elisa Wright. I'm Cindy Lifestyle and More. We want to say thank you.
Yes.
We want to say goodbye. Have a good night. And we will see you on our next live.
Bye-bye, everybody. Take care.